Someone tweet
YouTube,
so I can
so we gotta-
retweet.
Oh man, I guess I should pull up the live stream, shouldn't I?
No?
Hey, Chuck, no quarters.
Hey.
Oh,
No,
hey Chuck,
no,
no quarters.
You're not you. No, it's not you. You are not Chuck, no
I
quarters.
saw in your other live stream, in the comments at least, people were recommending you go to something else.
I go to something else?
No, like us when we live stream should go to something else.
Like
Another
Twitch or
shot?
something.
I can't remember now. I seem to remember that being one of the comments was like, you guys should switch over to this. The video quality's better and
Oh.
don't
Yeah.
mess with it.
Well, there's UStream, but I think to do a length of the show that we would have to do, I think you'd have to pay. I think they cut it off if, like,
Really?
yeah, at a certain point or
Probably
something.
Well,
right.
I don't. I'm gonna look that up now.
And then what else is there? There's can you use can you Vimeo? Can you live stream? to
I
Vimeo?
want to say they said it was Vimeo.
Is that when we were talking about Vimeo? Like, didn't you watch a movie on Vimeo?
I did watch a movie on.
Maybe that's why people were talking about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the live stream. I just saw the comments.
We have exactly 500 tweets.
And you're about to break that.
We're about to fuck that up.
It looks a little herky jerky. Let's see.
You
if
look a little herky jerky.
I mean, I'm not listening to it, but I hear
All right.
typing.
Fine, I will hit play stream, but I think to do a length of the show that we would have to do, I think you have to pay. I think they cut it off. We're actually kind of not moving at all.
Really?
Yeah, at a certain point.
Well, I don't.
Oh, there goes normal.
Look that up now.
And then what else is there?
Yeah, mine is so far back. It's kind of surprising.
Infinite regression.
Yeah, have I started waving yet?
I stopped looking. Well, this is live. There's no delay on.
Oh,
This is live. This is live.
Oh.
That other thing is then.
I see.
yeah, it's real iffy. Is there
Well,
anything
it's
else going
not
on your network?
Saying that we're dropping anything.
I tried.
Oh, hey, stop with the noise. Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
Oh,
It's
we're
all
going
right.
around like
Boom, boom,
dumbasses.
boom.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's mostly just us sitting here talking into microphones anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. As long as the sound is not herky.
Yeah, no, the sound's fine. So.
Okay. Testing. Always got to be done with the old YouTube, doesn't it?
Always.
Streaming live, cracking wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I can always go back to the VPN, but it didn't seem like it was making much of a difference.
Oh, we're all right.
Yeah, now we're cool.
Yeah. Somebody tweet.
Tweet. You're telling me to tweet?
Somebody.
I can tweet.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or are you posting from the noquarters.net account?
No.
You should probably post from
No.
It's alright. I think it's over
I
here on
can-
the browser I'm not supposed to use.
I can switch accounts. If I remember the password. Hey, what's the password?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I am logged in as no quarters. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, you're Chuck No Quarters now?
Always.
Us live stream.
Breaking that 500 tweet streak. What? What, Chuck? What are you laughing at?
No, I'm just
I like your
having
T-shirt.
Having a good time over here.
Like your Jack's Arcade Expo T-shirt.
Thank you.
Hey, let's try the new Twitter profile. What do you say?
No, don't do it.
What?
Go ahead.
What?
I don't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who gives a fuck? We
Yeah,
just
who
haven't done it
gives-
with this one yet.
Gives a fuck.
Boom. No quarters is now new. Shiny and new. Look at that space that we should probably put a photo back there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll retweet that for $1.
RoboCop.
Yeah. You ever seen that movie?
I saw both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
RoboCop 1 and 2?
No, the new one. I saw the new one.
What?
New cop.
Yeah. New cop. Cop new.
Robo new. New cop.
Huh. I
Also-
seem to have forgotten my password.
Also, I'm not giving you $1.
Aw.
But
Nope.
But.
Mm-mm.
But.
damn.
Sorry.
Mm.
And I love it's just like, would you like to remember the password? Would you like to remember the password? It won't go away. No matter how many times I've typed the wrong password. Hey, cat.
You should probably wake
Here.
up Garfield if he's going to talk on the mic. Or is he actually playing the part of BJ? Oh!
Fan favorite.
Glad I've never missed an episode. Then you guys talk shit about me.
If you missed an episode, we couldn't record.
Where would we record in your car? We have our best conversations in your car.
Yeah.
Also our most offensive, but
Mhm.
you know.
I almost wired my car for sound, but I chose it not to do that.
Why didn't you?
You told me not to.
Oh.
I said, hey, check this out. You're like, no.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because I said I might possibly want to run for political office
Yes,
one day.
exactly.
Why the fuck would you do that? That's a terrible
I'm
idea.
leaving my options open,
Mm.
and recording things in the car closes those options very quickly.
Hard.
My tweets are bad enough.
Yep. That's true.
Tweets. Why do I... God, every time I say that, I'm like, that's such a stupid fucking word.
Tweets.
What my posts on Twitter?
No, that's worse. That makes you sound like a
pretty
douche.
bad. What? Why?
I don't
That's
know.
better than saying my tweets.
Come on, they're your tweets.
My sweet tweet.
At least you're not talking about your clouts or your whatever that WWE thing is that they use.
But they have
Tout or whatever.
clout.
they
rope.
have some weird social network that's total bullshit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clout's really pushing hard. Like, you should post shit on here. Like,
I'm like, nah.
I love that they keep making the app worse.
Yeah.
Like, the app was exactly what I wanted. It was like, all right, here's your number.
Mm-hmm.
Here's, like, your little graph. And that was it.
Well,
like-
once they stopped letting me make up dumb shit to say my friends are
Yeah,
influential
fuck,
in,
Fuck all of it.
fuck it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But now you can't even see that graph
I know.
unless you go on their website. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, I don't care. I
Yeah.
don't care anymore.
I didn't even care about the graph.
Tell me when you have a perk.
I liked having points so that I could tell people they had influence on.
Yeah, and the
dumb subjects.
perks suck now.
Yeah.
There's like, they stopped giving away McDonald's Arch cards. I got like 5 of those fuckers.
Yeah.
I got the red bulletin.
Yeah, I got Red Bolton too.
Then we
Got
got
dog food that made my dog sick.
Cool.
You just did magic, didn't you? I
did.
just saw you grab something.
Did you see
out of
that? Quarters.
There are none.
I know.
Oh.
That's the trick. I know, right? I just blew your mind.
I'll do it again where you make lots of quarters.
Nope.
Oh.
Can't. This is no quarters.
Can we go in the other room?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Later. We can go in the other room.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Quarters. I'm going to go to my quarters.
it. Oh man,
That's right. That's where we will retire to.
I'll be in my bunk with Chuck.
You will you?
No, I won't. You won't let me.
I wish Twitter would stop giving me notifications. They like
You
put
can
that
tell
little
it.
number there,
Oh, yeah.
and it's not the number. It's not the number.
I don't know what you mean.
Like I'll click it, like it'll say 2, and then you'll
Mhm.
click it,
Oh,
and you'll
like-
see all your ats,
Oh, like
and
the
then you'll go
badge
back,
icons?
and then when you come back, it's like 2.
Mm-hmm.
On the badge icon? Just turn the badge icon off.
Bad check.
You can do that.
I will.
All right.
I will do that soon.
Okay.
So should we cast a pod?
Well, sure. Why not?
I like casting
Uh,
podcasts.
How do you want to rearrange this?
Willy-nilly.
like you wanted
Well, I was just saying, like...
you wanted the ones above Spelunky together, right?
Yeah, they're kind of similar-esque.
Yeah.
And I don't care where you put Spelunky. We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
I've gone down the rabbit hole.
What
a
if
little
I
too
just
much.
take those last 3 in the first half and move them in the second half?
Okay.
No.
What? No.
Okay.
When you say that, I think of like there's my favorite thing are lists people make on Letterboxd that are just like misunderstood films, you know, and like they'll have shit like The Happening on it, and I'm like, fuck you.
There's nothing
There's
misunderstood.
nothing misunderstood about The Happening. The Happening is just flat out terrible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is no better movie in there waiting to be discovered. Movies about
Hell
goddamn plants
no.
attacking the planet.
What?
No.
Take my lemon drink.
Lemon drink.
Lemon drink.
You got a lemon drink?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
You gonna eat your cornbread. Still the best line from the worst movie.
Yeah. There's nothing else in that movie worth a damn. That
But-
line's pretty good.
Best lines from the worst movies. There's that. There's emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Mm-hmm.
Because that movie is fucking terrible, except for that line.
Yep.
Luckily, they put it in the trailer, so most people didn't
Which
have to
movie is
watch
that one from?
it. View from the Top? Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
The stewardess movie?
Oh God.
Yeah.
There's one good line in Dracula Dead and Loving It, and the rest of the movie is just awful.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I keep saying about Scary Movie. People are like, no, that movie's funny.
Scary Movie has one good joke in it.
Yeah, it's the black news crew.
Oh, no, that's not the
They
joke.
throw the shit in the trunk and go, white people are dead. We're getting the fuck out of here. I laughed at that joke. And
All right,
then
what's
I
your
sat
joke,
there
then?
for another
The joke
another 80 minutes in silence.
at the beginning when he's wearing the shirt and he's like, "Does this shirt make me look gay?" And he's like, "No."
Oh, how
and
about
then
now?
And then he ties it into just the gayest knot. And just like, how about now? It's like, yeah.
And for me, I mean, I don't care. Maybe it's the physical comedy aspect, but the, like, when she finally has sex. Just the...
I'm still amazed that's in a movie.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that
Yeah.
she doesn't... I don't know why.
I don't-
That got me.
I don't think the MPA watched that movie.
I know.
There's stuff in that movie where I'm just like, how the
I
hell?
was sitting through most of that movie barely cracking a smile, and
Yeah.
then that scene happened, and I just lost it. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
fine. You kind of win, movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have stuff for a PS Plus corner here? Is that what
Oh.
Dead Nation and Remember Me are?
Plus, remember me at PS Plus? I tried it from.
Remember
your-
Me was a free PS Plus game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
PS Plus.
I'm pretty sure
Mercenary
Dead Nation
Kings.
was.
I mean, yeah, Mercenary Kings is a PS Plus game. So if you want to move that
Yeah.
somewhere.
I mean, do you have much? Well, you
No.
wanted it with a bunch of
Well,
heroes.
yeah, I'm
too.
just saying they're similar-esque. So
You know what? I'm just going to put Remember Me at the end of the first half,
Okay.
and then we'll just make that PS corner, PS Plus
Alright.
corner, because we love putting the corners in the wrong place.
Sure.
Don't we?
Is that a joke?
No.
So then technically we got to move Dead Nation up.
Is it a PS Plus?
Yeah.
It's the only reason I have it.
Okay. Then
Again. I've got it in free twice.
Mm-hmm.
really,
Yeah, I'll copy it. I don't know if you were or not.
you can do it. You got it highlighted, so.
I know, it's so weird. We can, like, totally watch each other work on this.
So weird. It's the future of collaboration.
Stop.
Google Docs.
Can't wait to get to those. I have to yell all of that.
I look forward to that
Mhm.
someday.
Look forward to what?
All the parts towards the end of mobile corner where I have to yell everything.
Oh.
Did
Yeah.
you want to move one of those somewhere? I just put them there because things. Hardware-y things.
Oh yeah, shit. And what about your thing?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just going to talk a little bit about this and the other
Okay, I mean, if you
mobily
want, if you-
things.
are you okay with leaving that till the very end of the damn show?
Doesn't matter to me. Whatever.
All right.
I don't have a terrible amount to say for either one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Xbox One corner,
Uh-huh. Spoon.
Harlow corner,
Why am I having? Nobody puts Harlow in the corner?
because you got this weird corner of
Oh.
Dota.
Shh, spoilers. Sorry.
Yeah, seriously. Somebody's not listening.
Sorry. So,
Yeah. What?
are we ready?
Sure. Totally ready.
Podcast ready.
Is this mic hot?
It's a hot mic.
I need to get some water.
Mike Hawk.
Ha 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 ha. Now you need a space phone.
Ken Cosgrove depth perception going here.
You should seriously get a space phone. It won't fall.
Yeah.
It's immune to gravity.
Right. Just floats.
It has its own gravity.
Yes.
Just throw it and it starts orbiting the sun.
Yeah, here, watch.
Bye, space phone.
So, Chuck, how's your weekend?
Pretty good.
All right.
Yep.
Did you, did you eat any interesting food?
No.
No? Okay. I had some sushi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I like the box for the HTC. Is just like, how does Apple do their boxes? Let's do one like that. That's the way that. What was that tablet we got? The HP, whatever it is.
Touchpad.
Oh, that was the most Apple copied box
Yeah,
ever.
that was like
yeah.
100%. That was like the Chinese knockoff of Apple's boxes.
Man, remember
But I
Touchpad
like that-
Fury when that hit the web?
Yeah, man.
$100
Get one
touchpad.
somewhere.
Garbage.
Do it now. It's a pretty good device.
Yeah, it was actually all right.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little laggy.
A little laggy.
Yeah, a little laggy.
A little laggy.
Put some Android on it.
Yeah, well, we did, but it always loses its Wi-Fi with that
Oh.
for some reason. It's
Did you ever
not
try to
good.
update it or anything? Might have an
Hmm?
update.
Did you put ice cream sandwich on it?
Yeah. You're gonna put
Kit
some,
Kat.
Put some Kit Kat on
Yeah, I
it.
don't know what any of those terms mean.
Some pistachio,
Mm-hmm.
walnut.
Totes.
Yeah, that.
That'd be great if their new update was called Totes. Did you get that Totes update, brah? Dude, fist bump my phone, man. Totes.
That was the first app crash I ever had.
On your space phone?
Yeah, space phone crash.
Oh.
App.
Oh,
Did it pretty much
honeymoon's
just,
over.
Yep.
did it pretty much like Apple does, just like, yeah, that was your thing you were looking at. No,
Nah.
not anymore.
Yeah.
Nah.
You're looking at that.
Here's the desktop.
Take a look at this.
I did put faux parallax background on there, so
So, you,
I can feel like I'm still using
so you're easing into.
a tiny little phone.
I
Yeah.
understand.
It's kind of a little more aggressive with it. So like fucking 3D, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that has 3D?
Yeah,
What was that one they put out that had 3D?
the Evo 3D.
Yeah? Was it any good?
Probably not.
Oh.
Well, I mean, the phone might have been okay, but Android 2.0 or 2X sucked ass. So
It's a shame.
yeah.
Grind that beard there, buddy.
All right,
All right.
let's make podcasts.
Let's do it. All right, welcome to No Quarters, episode 61.
Hey, everyone! It's a motherfucking video game podcast,
It is. Welcome. I'm Mackie.
I'm Chuck.
and I'm Harlow.
And BJ is once again on assignment to play video games this month,
Uh huh.
which he kind of ended up not.
I think we're
doing,
gonna
so-
hold him back next year because he's not completing his work.
Yeah, he's going to get an incomplete for the year. I
Check minus,
suspect.
BJ.
Yeah, you missed
Check
the,
minus,
You,
oh
must,
no.
you missed the drop ad day, man. You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
you're
stuck.
losing your
You're
tuition.
committed now.
Yep.
Your scholarship's on the line. So yeah, video games.
Uh huh.
We played some.
Uh huh. Then we're gonna talk about him for
Figure we'll talk about
indeterminate amount of time.
Yeah, we also got a lot of emails. So
Oh.
Are they about video games?
actually, the majority of them are.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there's a few non-video game related things in some of them, but
Interesting. Okay.
That sounds
they'll
pretty
be
good.
worth reading.
All right. I look forward to that.
Oh, you and me both, Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Should we lead off with something that's barely qualifies as a video game?
No, it's 100% video game. It's
should
the
lead off
newest
with
video
the
game any of us have played.
Hottest, newest video game.
Okay, it's video game in the newer standards of video games in that there's not really objectives, there's not really a point, it's just a sandboxy kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing.
Okay, this is the new everything. This is Minecraft, Daisy, all of these. Like, you can do stuff.
Yeah, things happen.
Yeah, you can do stuff. There's not really a point, but you can do it.
Yeah. Well, we are talking about Goat Simulator.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Goat Simulator.
That's how we lead, like the leader of the herd.
We're playing that on release day. Goat Simulator.
Yeah, we were.
Do you have that downloaded, ready to go at midnight?
He did.
I did. Yeah,
I just used his Steam sharing to play it when
I
he
preloaded
wasn't.
that shit. Actually, I think I had a day or two early because if you bought it from them, they gave you a
that's right.
Steam code.
Smart man.
Maybe
Steam
Steve. Hey, Steve.
Hey,
You want to play some goats? But so yeah, they let you load it up a day or two early, and so yeah, get that hot goat action early.
Yeah.
I
What is Goat
kinda-
Simulator?
A joke that became a
It's
video
kind
game.
of like if Tony Hawk was a goat with physics. Sort of. Because, I mean, think about look at it this way. Think of the Tony Hawk levels, like, once they made it an open world game and you just kind of wandered around and did shit.
Yep.
Okay. Now imagine that Tony Hawk's not on a skateboard.
He's just
a
a goat.
And his tongue can attach to things and swing them around.
Much like the real Tony Hawk.
Yeah. But if things hit, say, something explosive,
Yeah.
they'll explode
Good.
and go everywhere. And if you do that, you'll explode and go everywhere. But your goat is kind of invulnerable. Like, he'll get knocked around and he'll ragdoll all over the place, but
Just pops right back up.
you have to hit a button, and then he's like, oh, I'm awake now. It's kind of like, those goats that fall asleep if they get too excited.
Aw.
Oh, the scare goats.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's kind of what he's like, except explosions and getting run over by a truck and stuff will do that to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that video on the internet.
No.
That was weird.
Yeah, but really, honestly, the closest analog I can think of is like the Tony Hawk when you were trying to do the objectives where it was how many bones can you break. That's kind of what Goat Simulator is, just completely insane in every regard otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, to answer your question, this started from, was it a game jam of random, or was it
I think so.
was it Double Fine's thing? I mean,
No, it wasn't a Double Fine deal.
whose was it? I mean, it came from one of those game jam type things. It might have been the Molyneux Challenge or whatever. I don't know. It was one of those things where they were just like made a stupid thing in a day or two.
Of
and
a
they
goat.
were like, yeah, here, stupid physics-based thing. And then they polished it up and made it a thing for sale.
And now everyone loves it.
Sure.
I love it.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's something about the whole physics-based chaos type genre, I'd say almost, is what it is. It's there's something that will always be funny about things getting just blasted in the air 300 yards that then land on something else and get bounced around. And
Yes.
But this game's also full of Easter eggs too. As you go around the world, there are little things you can do that unlock new goat powers. So, for example, there's kind of a fight club, and you can wander into the circle, and as you enter in the circle, you will have to fight different rounds of goats. And if you beat the super goat at the end, you basically get hulked out goat. Like, he's just all super crazy muscly, and makes him even more indestructible, or able to knock objects farther and things like that.
yeah, there's a jetpack, which is two big propane tanks strapped together, and you just kind of walk into it, and then it straps onto your back, and then when you hit it, it is basically like being tied to a rocket that has no way to steer it and no rudders or anything, so it just goes wherever the hell it wants to go.
While strapped to a goat.
Yes, with the goat, and the goat goes limp, so you can't really control it. But
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else there is. I mean, I know
There's the devil goat.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a pentagram on the ground that if you drag some victims to it via
Yeah.
your tongue, I think you have to drag six
five
victims.
or
it's
yeah,
five.
it's 5 for each corner
Yeah.
of the pentagram.
Yeah, you drag them, and then it screen goes crazy, and you become crazy devil goat.
Who can summon a tornado that sucks up everything nearby. So if you and it has little goals that come up as well, that they're and you get score for all of it, but none of that ever matters because I will say it's glitchy as shit.
Of course.
Like, it's very easy to get yourself trapped in the geometry of the world and have to go to the menu and restart it or respawn yourself somewhere else. It's easy to get knocked out into space and where you end up seeing like the curvature of the Earth as you go out, and then eventually it crashes and you have to go back to land.
And it's going to get even more interesting because one of the patches that's coming is going to add multiplayer or co-op. Mm-hmm. So then you just have two things causing chaos, so I'm sure it'll be even more glitchy.
Yeah. And apparently they're working on a new map as well.
Sure. What?
So
Oh, there's so much
But-
terrain.
no, it's actually a really big map for something that was just like, we're just digging around doing whatever. It's actually a kind of well-realized map. And one of the houses apparently has their studio in it, or at least their office, because there'll be dudes sitting at computers doing work, and yeah, you can grab them with your tongue and then kill them. So
Yeah.
because you're a goat.
If you're thinking about playing this, I'm not going to spoil the. I mean, there's lots of stupid things that pop up on the screen as you do something.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hit a combine and it's like Thrasher or something like it says, that on the screen in crazy letters. But you owe it to yourself to go make the gas station blow up. Is all I'll say. I won't ruin
agree with
what
that.
it says.
Yeah.
So I mean, you probably would see it and be like, "Oh, look, gas station! I can make that explode." You should do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It's
With your goat.
and of course it came out on April 1st. And it wasn't a game jam sort of thing. It was guys at Coffee Stain Studios were they were just screwing around.
Oh, okay.
And they had some of they made stupid footage and put it on YouTube, and then people saw the footage and were like, "Oh my god, when is this coming out?" And they were like, "Huh, I guess people care more about this than the actual game we were making." So they put that out, and it was immediately #1 on Steam. So good for them.
Yep.
Never underestimate how much the internet wants stupid stuff.
Yeah. Never
Ever.
do that.
Never, ever underestimate that. Because you think, oh, that's pretty dumb. I think it's funny. And then everyone's like, holy shit, how can I get my hands on this?
I do remember people being pretty stoked that day. Like it was a whole bunch of, have you played Goat Simulator yet? Go do that.
Well, it's just, it's one of those things where it's also kind of the perfect Let's Play video because there's no story, there's no anything. It's just,
Yeah, you can just talk and
yeah, and you can just do random stuff, and something funny is bound to happen just through the sheer, just physics-based nonsense.
right.
Because you kind of just make your own stupid games out of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I suggest you play it, Chuck. Oh wait, you don't have a PC, dude.
Oh, that you have to play it on a PC?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Ah, fuck.
Sorry, buddy.
How much is it?
Oh man, now I cannot remember.
How much was it?
It was either $10 or $15.
Okay. That's
As we
doable.
both rushed to Steam Powered. Store it on Steam Powered. Goat Simulator.
$9.99.
That's
$9.99.
not bad.
Yeah,
That's all right.
And they're adding more free content, I believe.
yeah.
So
That seems to be the Steam way. Is it's like, yeah, we put out this game, and yeah, we're adding a whole bunch of stuff for free.
well, especially if it does well. I mean,
Yeah.
seems like they're actually rewarding people for jumping on early. So
Yeah.
anywho,
Good on them.
Yeah. You want to know about something else that people were not rewarded for jumping on early?
oh, you mean something not cheap?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Might have cost $499. Might.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. The Xbox One.
Oh, yeah.
I got one. I have an Xbox One now.
Oh, you jumped in at the right time.
I can't find shit on it. God, what a mess. Like, I keep thinking you guys were underestimating it, and then it's like, nope. Nope, this thing's a fucking nightmare to use. Especially when you're a married guy who's not trying to make too much noise while you're playing video games, and you're just like, Xbox, redeem a code, use a code, scan a code, code, just please.
Code Red.
I just want to enter a code. And it's like, you didn't use the magic word.
If it did that, that would be great.
That would be pretty
It'd
good.
be worth $500.
Yeah.
But no,
I'd pay
I
for
got-
the Dennis Nedry error message.
Yeah. Gotta be so good. I got the Titanfall bundle that was $449.
Yeah.
The fuck you early adopter bundle.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But thank you, Taxmas.
Praise Taxmas.
Yes, praise Taxmas, because now I have one.
All right.
Yeah.
Playing all them hot games.
I played some. I played a few. I played Titanfall.
That's a hot game.
We-
I like Titanfall.
We all did that, right?
Yeah, we've all played Titanfall.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, didn't we all play together at one point?
Not the
I don't
three
know
of
if
us.
Chuck was there that
I was
night.
not.
Where were you?
I think you were there
What
and
were
then
you
you
gonna
left.
be? What were you doing with your?
Like-
We have had nothing but constant problems
Oh yeah.
getting into parties. And,
Oh, that's right. Because we got it like day one.
Yeah.
The day one, it's like, huh, you want to play online? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, and all, yeah. Try playing day one of having your Xbox One, where you join the party and then your party takes up a third of the screen on the right hand side, and Titanfall's in a little window, and you have no idea how to get rid of that thing on the side, and you
Xbox
hit the guide
unsnap.
button. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
We have to watch all
because
those
you know
videos.
What? It gave me the option, but it was so late at night. I'm like, no. He's like, "Do you want to watch these videos?" I was like, "No,
Oh, you should totally watch those videos.
no,
They're gone now.
I didn't." Yeah, when
What?
you if
no
you
more Xbox pinning.
no, if you don't watch those videos,
Uh-huh.
good fucking luck finding them. They're not there.
Okay.
If they are, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I tell it Xbox watch introductory shit videos. I don't know.
Yeah.
Xbox,
But either
show
way-
me jokes from 4 years ago.
Yeah, the beginning of my experience in Titanfall was Titanfall reduced to a window on the left-hand side, while a giant, easy-to-read party chat thing was there.
That's a feature.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, then everyone's like, you need to say unsnap. And if you're in a party, you feel like such a moron saying, Xbox, do this. Xbox, do that. I'm just going to mute you guys for a minute. So I'd mute it and be like, Xbox unsnap. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
I don't like saying anything to my Xbox when anyone's in the room.
I know.
I feel like an idiot.
Yes. Yes, 100%. You feel like an idiot.
Yep.
And especially when it doesn't recognize it at first.
Yep. Because then you look like an idiot.
Yep.
Who are you talking to?
But once we got into Titanfall, Titanfall is a lot of fun. Titanfall is well designed to be obviously it's the Call of Duty guys, but I think what I like most about it is no matter what, you're guaranteed to get a Titan. You will at some point be in a giant robot and you will be able to kill things.
Yeah. It doesn't punish you for being middle of the road player.
Yeah. It just makes you wait longer.
Yeah. Which
But-
is really only 2 minutes of,
Yeah. And there's still the little bots that run around. I wish it was more clear on which ones were real guys and which ones aren't, because I mean they do have the little icons that you can spot over a guy's head, but
Well, did you get the power where you can just have them show up on the map? You can
Really?
get like a little ping thing that's just always on, so you can see the minions and run around and kill them.
yeah, I guess I didn't level up enough. Like I mean I leveled up, but
Yeah.
I didn't get into all those menus to change everything
You
around.
get that one's one of the classes, the starter classes gets that. I think it's the Spectre. That's one of them. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. I don't remember, but I enjoy that game because you never feel totally powerless. Like it never feels like so many Call of Duty matches felt for me where spawn, turn the corner, oh, there's a guy camping the spawn point, die. I never got in that frustration loop because it was pretty good about spawning me away from people, which I think helps having the 12-player total limit. You're never in a spot where, oh, you're surrounded.
yeah.
I mean,
you're pretty much
sometimes it
spawning in your area, your team's area.
And if you do spawn in the middle of a bunch of other dudes that kill you, it spawns you somewhere else the next time.
Right.
And even if they're doing that, you know what? It's like, in 30 seconds, I'm going to have a fucking Titan, assholes, and then I'm going to kill you. Mm-hmm. So that's... I really think they got the balance right on that. Now, how long everyone will be playing it, that's the big question for me, because that campaign part is bullshit. Like, okay, might as well just have people talk over the menu screen, because that's all it is.
Yeah.
And so I don't even go in that. So I'm sure when nobody's playing that anymore, I'll never get those achievements because I'll never have
I'm
Played
pretty sure
all
you
of
can
them.
get a match pretty much by yourself, just and still play it.
really.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, it'll populate with bots.
somebody,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
somebody will be, at least one other person will be on the other team and have a one-on-one campaign battle.
Yeah.
Maybe actually hear the story then.
Yeah. But I mean, I
Story.
I finally got to the end of the story and was pretty much like, yeah, I kind of think I've played all the Titanfall I need to play. Like it for me, it doesn't have that longevity of I want to keep playing more Titanfall. Now, maybe like when they put out these new maps and these new modes and stuff like that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just one of those things that's like, well, it landed and it was fun while I played it, but I can't
Well,
see.
I will say you tend to play multiplayer differently than the rest of us because you don't talk very much because you're usually in room with somebody or
Right.
doing something else.
Right.
And to me, Titan is kind of one of those perfect talking with your friends, but everyone's still kind of yelling out objectives
Yeah.
and stuff like, oh, we're all going to A. We're all going to B, or half of you go to C. You're still doing that, but you're still just can BS with your friends because it's not that intense an experience where it's like, oh God, I need to concentrate on what's happening.
Mm-hmm. And I got to a point too where I was like, okay, I'm gonna set aside time to where I can use a headset, but I have never successfully used a headset on the Xbox One for any length of time.
Have you updated the drivers on your
I probably
controller?
need to update the firmware on
Oh, you
my
didn't
controller.
plug in your controller? You've never done that?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's your problem.
Oh, is it?
Everyone else is updated and you're not.
Okay.
That's it. Seriously.
Yeah.
that.
Well, they've said it says it literally on the screen as you're updating. Plug in your controller and do that too.
I've never seen that.
Okay.
I've never seen it tell me to plug in my controller.
All right.
Tell it, Xbox, plug in my controller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some full screen prompt that was like, update your controller, do it.
Oh, see, I've never seen that.
But yeah, what I don't get is I load certain games and it'll patch, but other ones I don't know if it's updating in the background. I know there was an update to the whole system that supposedly added that. I don't even know if I got that or not, because when I booted up after that, it never gave me a prompt. It never showed anything.
Yeah.
It still works online. So I don't know.
I don't think Titanfall's have that many patches. I mean, I think it's one of those games.
Well, I'm
that
just
put
talking
out
about the whole system.
Oh, the whole system, yeah.
Yeah, update. I don't even know if it's been applied.
Well, you'll know if it updated at least unless you get the newest one, because when you say Xbox turn on, it won't do anything ever because it's
Okay.
actually off.
I think that's
I
in
know
the
it.
latest patch,
That's
though,
what I'm
to
saying.
where
Yeah, now,
that's gone.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
They finally patched
Okay.
that where it would patch itself, restart, and be
Yeah.
ready for your voice again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I played another game. I played Forza 5. They killed Forza. They just... it is just... It's Gran Turismo now. I can't... I want to care, and I have so much trouble caring. Because it is so flat and completely devoid of personality and anything that's interesting that it just feels like I am completely going through the motions. It feels like it did when I was playing Forza 3 and just grinding to get to level 50 near the end, where I'd just be in a party chat with Moonpier or somebody else and just bullshitting while I was doing that. Or, being on the phone with somebody or whatever, just like not even thinking about playing it. And I'm only in, the first dozen races, and I'm just like, why am I doing this? Why am I playing this game?
Yeah.
And I never thought, I always get sick of licensed music in racing games because it's like, oh, here we go, the Hives again. Which, I love the Hives, but it's like, okay, I've heard this song enough times in my life.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear it. But now it's just like generic,
New age music.
yeah, it's either new agey music or just like generic video game soundtrack. Like here's the library. You bought the library with a bunch of songs in it and royalty free. Here you go. Just use these. And they did that. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And it's just so freaking dull.
Yeah. I went in back to it for an hour when you got yours. I was like, I need to check out Forza 5 again because I had a good time playing that for about 8 hours. And there were a couple of new tracks. And I was like, oh, I should go get those tracks. And once you go through the nightmare of not knowing if they've downloaded, where they are, what they are, if you have them or
clue.
not, I don't know.
No clue.
Yeah. So I was just like, I don't know. When I went back to it, I was pretty high on it when I went back to it. And then I played it some more and I was just like, I don't think I ever want to play this again. This is just sterile and dull.
I'm kind of with you. Unless they put something in it that's going to garner my interest. But, I mean, even at my Drivatar, it earned $18,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, that buys me not even a Honda Civic. Nothing in this game. That
Yeah.
does nothing.
Yeah. I thought the promise was you send your Drivatar out there and it just fucking works for you.
Yeah.
Nope.
I think
Not
I think the
in-
problem is nobody's playing the game.
That's, yeah. If
Yeah.
no one's
Because
playing it, it's
yeah.
not pulling your Drivatar.
I mean,
but-
maybe if we had 3,000 or whatever the max number of friends are, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Forza 5,"
Yeah.
you'd be logging in and it's like, "Here's 3 million credits."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like I wasn't earning that much when people were playing it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, same here. I mean, I started it way early on.
yeah.
Well, I would say
on his system.
I would
and-
say it's out of my friends list, it's maybe an eighth of the people that are Xbox One owners. Out of all the people I have on my friends list,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm
seeing
and
more and more.
then probably a third of those might have Forza 5.
Yeah.
So
I'm seeing more and more, but yeah, it's just that's
I've been-
really disappointing because I want to love Forza.
I hate
really,
to say, I'm warning everyone. They're like, think about getting an Xbox One. I'm like, don't.
yeah,
I just, it's like I'm trying not to be console biased. I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
Either if you aren't interested in PlayStation exclusives, their library titles, don't go next gen yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's prettier, yes, not that much prettier that you need to. I'm actually warning people on both. I'm like, I love my PlayStation 4 because I like pretty graphics and I happen to love Sony's titles and PS Plus is a great deal. However, don't buy either one because there's really not anything out there. Most of the things I'm loving on it, I could be playing on the 360 if I wasn't a graphics whore.
no,
I will say, though, I know you were down on it when we first talked about it, but this next game,
Well, this is I've just admitted this is never my thing, Ever
Yeah.
has never been.
But-
Never will be, probably.
Yeah, I played Dead Rising 3,
Yeah.
and that game's great. That game is exactly what I wanted out of Dead Rising, and I know it's what a lot of other people wanted, where it's like, okay, you don't have to run to a bathroom to save. You don't have a time limit. I mean, you can set that mode to use it, but as it is, it's just like, all right, you just want to dick around and drive a car until it dies, but
Mhm.
after running over a billion zombies, you do that.
Yeah.
Like it's it's still got quirks that I don't like there being very little indicator of when your weapon is going to die, other than it flashed red and it's like, oh, I'm in a swarm of zombies. That's a little tough to notice.
Right.
That's always been a problem with Dead Rising, but
The indicators as to where your missions are really kind of janky too. Like especially the side missiony stuff.
mm-hmm.
It for me has given me at least 2 side missions where it's like, go and get an update from this person, and it's nowhere on the map, but it's listed in my side missions.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, did I trigger that accidentally? Because for some reason I played like 20 minutes of it when that game came out, and then put it aside and kind of forgot about it until you got your Xbox One. And I was like, oh yeah, Dead Rising 3, and finally put some time into it, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. To whereas I never liked the first Dead Rising. I tried playing it half a dozen times and just could never like the structure of that game. But this, taking out that kind of artificial time limit thing, for me is great. And once you realize that the side missiony stuff of, like, you do like an errand mission for a side character, and then after you do that, they're like, great, I'm coming with you. Fuck that. Don't even attempt to stick with that person. They're going to die no matter what you do. They will never get to the safe house with you because they are fucking useless.
you have to give them a weapon.
Even still, you give them some weapon and they're just like, they swing it like once every 60 seconds. And I'm just like, dude, I'm not fucking staying here.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. I'm gone.
Yeah, there were certain strategies with ones in the first game where it was like, if you gave a certain person a shotgun, they were just like indestructible.
Yeah.
And certain people wouldn't, they'd be like, shotgun, how'd that work? And then other ones, you'd give them the pistol and they would just lay waste to everything because they'd have unlimited ammo when they had it, and all that stuff. So
I'm not encountering that.
Yeah, there were quirks with that. So I haven't played it enough to really get into any of that, but I do like that it's still got that Dead Rising thing where you find a boss character, like one of the psychopaths, and it clicks that this game is totally in on its own joke.
Yeah.
That it's like, okay, we're just making the stupidest thing we can, but we're going to play it as serious as we can when it's happening. So,
and this one's weird because it does take itself almost super seriously until it gets to those boss fights. And then you're like, oh, okay, this is a Dead Rising game because this is really ridiculous.
Yep.
But like the turmoil that you're going through to get from point A to point B, it's only wacky if you make it wacky. Like if you're dressed in some ridiculous costume and using like a rubber chicken as your weapon or something. I mean, there's some dark stuff in this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you just like the first like big encounter that you have is with a bunch of asshole bikers, which just murder all of these assholes now. I like how they have little street corners in the game. Like you'll get through a bunch of zombies and then realize that there's just bikers on this corner, and they're all just like, "Fuck that guy," and just start throwing shit at you. And so
yeah, I like it a lot. I do like also one thing that the Xbox did right is I downloaded the day one DLC on Harlow's Xbox when I first got it, and I was like, all right, where do I find that? You don't find it, but when you're installing the game and it's doing the updates, it goes, oh, hey, you've got this. We got to download this too, and this too. So luckily, everything that I've already redeemed somewhere else, when you're playing that game, it's like, oh yeah, you don't have that. Let's get it.
Yep.
It's like, thank you for doing this, because
yeah.
something
I wouldn't
like,
have known where to
like
look
I could
for
see
it.
in the future, a different Borderlands, whenever Borderlands 3 comes out. And being the people we are, if it's been long enough and we're not sick of Borderlands anymore, it's going to be like, oh, well, this DLC pack and this DLC pack and this DLC pack. And hopefully it will pull it all in.
Yeah.
That's my hope, but at least it's doing that now.
Right.
So there's a little glimmer of hope with that thus far. But, I mean, yeah, though I like Titanfall, Dead Rising 3 has been the reason to play that, but I guess I just haven't. The way the system is structured has not maybe, and I wonder if I just got so used to how the 360 worked, or if the 360 was actually designed better or if it's just a combination of both.
I think it's a
But
combination.
I just feel like I cannot do anything with their interface. Like I feel like whatever I'm doing, I'm guessing.
Well, the simple thing of like hitting the B button to go back, and then like you hit it again, there should be like a wall at some point where it's just like, okay, you've reached back.
Yeah.
But it just keeps cycling back through everything you've ever done. And it's like, no, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
Just get me back to the 2 screens ago.
Mm-hmm.
Not, oh, you checked out an achievement in Madden 13 a second ago. Let's take you back to that. No.
Yeah.
Don't want to do that.
And achievements still, they made me not care. I hate it. I
Yeah.
hate that I don't care now.
Yeah.
I mean, I got some in Dead Rising. I'm like, I don't know how much they're worth. I don't know what I did, but whatever.
Did you get a sweet Avatar sweater for that day 1 achievement?
No.
No.
I didn't get shit for it.
Oh.
You get
I
a
think it's
badge
listed in
on
my
your
games.
Yeah, you get a
Yeah.
badge for it on your profile, which no one will ever look at.
Nope.
Huh. Okay.
And
Yeah,
man, avatars just being shoved into a corner.
Where are they? Like, I haven't even seen
You
it.
can see it on your profile, and
Really?
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it shows up in Connect Sports or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, Connect Sports.
Rivals.
It makes your own.
Oh.
It builds you in the Connect.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So let's move on.
Okay.
Let's
Out of the Xbox corner.
yeah, we've talked enough about Xbox One. It needs help. It needs help bad. I'm hoping their new Xbox experience is coming sooner or later because it needs it.
Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, I'll agree with you. Dead Rising 3 for me is like the reason to own the system.
Mm-hmm.
Not counting Peggle 2.
Yeah, I was
which
gonna
is
say, did you
fucking
get some
amazing.
Peggle 2?
Nah.
What?
I beat Peggle 2.
Peggle
Really?
2?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's Peggle, but
Yeah.
2.
Is it any better?
Too Peggle,
same?
too furious.
Just more
It's
Peggle.
it's more Peggle. It's
All right.
it's what you want, and they didn't fuck it up. There's no microtransaction bullshit in it or anything like
Good.
that.
It's what, $12?
Yeah, it might have been 12. I think they
Sure.
just released some
Dollars.
DLC for it. It's like $2 for another master.
Some dollars.
So,
Cool.
yeah, I do know that the people I know in Washington working at Xbox have been very quiet
Yeah.
the last few months. I think they are probably bunkered in fixing this shit. So,
Yeah.
One-
No, they know. That's the thing is everyone's like, oh, how come Xbox doesn't do this? You know, why aren't they doing that? It's like they know.
yeah,
They listen to. They don't listen to us, but they listen to the internet, and they know. They're like, yeah, we know. Like this is stuff that takes months to fix.
Yeah.
We know.
so their lineup at E3 had better be something just like, holy shit, these games are going to be amazing.
I hope so.
Yeah,
But
I mean, because everything's out, it's like, is that even going to be on the Xbox One?
Yeah.
The frame rates are going to be
Mhm.
fucking shitty. And,
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I mean,
that's,
it's already-
that's the big problem now is every third-party game,
Well, it's just, I mean,
the
it's,
better version is on PS4.
it's already feeling like that second-class console. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like they're already starting to, like, journalism is starting to pull that Wii U thing of like, I don't even know if we're going to bother with that.
yeah.
And it's like, guys, it's not that bad. Like, I mean,
No,
I say
it's
it's
not,
bad.
and
I
if-
say it's bad, but you can't drop
Install
this
times
thing.
suck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Install times are bad.
Yes, they are.
When you put a game in PS4, it's like, okay.
Yep.
Yep.
About 45 seconds later, it's like, all right, you want to get going? This one, it's like, why don't you wait a while? Well, have you had dinner?
Why don't you go have some?
Yeah. Why don't you go out to eat?
Yeah.
Don't forget to tip your waitress. Come back.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I mean, like, PS4 and the addition of this new update they're about to do is making me consider even more games digitally. I mean, with their digital preloads and things like that, it's like,
Well, we'll get to that.
okay.
We'll get to that later. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm ready to go all digital on everything.
I know we're fucking up the whole reason we've complained about
I know.
not
but
being able to share games, but
Steam has spoiled the shit out of me. That's all I'm going to say. Because now my PC has over 500 games that all I have to do to play them is double click something. And I'm playing that game. And there's something to be said for that rather than flipping through my binder of discs to find one to put in the 360 or the PS4 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? And Titanfall, I played that more only because it's like, oh, I don't have to do anything. I just have to find it in their labyrinth of menus, but I can play it.
Yeah.
So
I don't disagree with you guys on the digital stuff. I'm more of
I still like loaning things to people.
Well, not even that. It's just that I have a hard time thinking I'm going to pay $60 for something that I'm then stuck with without knowing.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Like
too.
if $10 or under, fuck yeah, I will hoard the shit out of all of your digital goods. I will buy
Yeah.
them. But the brand new $60 releases, I want that backup of, hey, this game was only 4 hours and garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get rid of this now.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah. Well, Harlow,
yes.
you got some updates for us. According
Yeah.
to our little show notes we got here.
So I'm Captain FPS. I play some of those.
First person shooters.
I teabag some dudes.
Oh.
I don't.
Yeah, you
really,
do.
unless I'm amongst friends.
Oh.
I'm gonna teabag you guys. I don't teabag strangers. That's how I roll.
Can you teabag
Thanks,
in a
man.
Titan?
A Titan bag? I don't know if you can.
Mm.
No, because I don't think you can make the Titans. No, you can make them duck. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Ah.
Totally. Titan bag.
Teabag those dudes.
That is a new thing. We got to try
So-
that. Anyway, I want to talk about Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghosts.
Oh.
The COD Ghosts. So I think since the last time we talked, I got the Call of Duty DLC names are so stupid because I don't remember which one it is. Onslaught? Is that the first one? Whatever the one that features fucking Michael Myers in the one thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to call it.
All right. Fucking Michael Myers.
So yeah, it's weird between my more playing Battlefield 4 of late and also just generally not playing that game. I've reverted back to being terrible at Call of Duty again, or people have just that's
Oh,
the game
no.
they play. Because I got back in, I was like, wow, I am not good at this right now. Like I had honed my skills and I was pretty good. And
You got to play that Hot Links level. That's where you get all your stats up.
apparently, yeah,
Hot Links.
I need to be playing the Hot Links, but I have not seen Michael Myers yet, or even been the victim of Michael Myers yet. So
Aw.
I did hear the music, but he wasn't near me. So
How does that work? He just shows
He's
up?
like a juggernaut.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I mean,
You-
they replaced the Juggernaut in that level with him.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is it? You get a certain kill streak and you get him.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
8 or 9, something like that. But yeah, so I heard the music, but I haven't seen him. So yeah, that's a quick brief update.
That's
and
so
the,
weird.
The other one is coming. If I had an Xbox One, because they paid them lots of money, I'd already have it. But I mean, I do have an Xbox One. If I had it on
On
Xbox One, it's already there. They got a 30-day window Xbox One exclusivity thing.
Hmm.
Don't matter. Whatever. So Battlefield 4, the Naval Strike DLC is out. I haven't gotten it yet because I still haven't decided if I'm buying the season pass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to buy them individually because, that's not how I roll.
Yeah.
I'm just going to buy the whole thing. But
Yeah. All or nothing.
yeah.
Wait, so they're releasing DLC for Battlefield 4 now?
Oh, absolutely.
So it's fixed?
Well, that's what I was going to get into. They,
Okay.
Just recently, I think as of yesterday, at the time of this recording, they rolled out some new servers that have, in my mind, made a huge difference in that game. Much more powerful hardware, apparently, and it's fixed my biggest problem with it, which was the minor rubber banding of the game, where it was like you'd be running and all of a sudden you were Paul Abduling, like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Like just there was just like a slight feeling of that. Like I feel like I'm every once in a while going backwards a little bit, and just enough that it was like this feels weird and clunky. But I played 2 matches last night after the supposed new servers were in, and it's significantly better load times, and I didn't see any.
Well, I heard they had dedicated servers now, right?
Yes, you can rent servers now too. That's another thing you can do.
So weird.
What?
Like if you're a clan and you want to guarantee having a server, you can rent them by the day, the week, the month, the whatever.
Huh.
So it's a
Wow.
thing.
Class system, man.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's actually fairly cheap if you think about,
Yeah.
32 of your friends coming together and being like, we want to get on and always play together, or 31 of your friends. But yeah, I mean, it's
You're the
pretty cheap.
32nd.
Yes,
All right.
but that's it.
We need to take a break for a second.
Okay.
Taco Bell, man.
Oh, God.
Talk amongst yourselves.
All right.
Careful.
Yeah.
Should play some music or something.
Titanfall. Watch it crumble. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
first-person
shoot-
shooters
yeah.
are a thing.
Shooting dudes,
Yeah.
man. What can I say?
Huh.
Some days you just have a bad day, and it's like, man, I'm going to shoot some dudes.
I hear that.
It's better they be digital, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because that's okay. They give you points for that. They're like, good job. You do the real thing, man. They're like, you suck.
Right.
And they don't give you any points.
No.
Maybe on your license, but not in life.
Exactly.
What?
Can you edit the doc to make a note that Mackie went to take a dump and I need to edit this out? It's not letting me edit on my phone. My not space phone. Space phone.
There you go.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Much better.
No problem.
Yep.
That's what I'm here for.
What's going on in the chat?
Not much.
No?
Nope.
Drew's here.
Drew's here. Drew's here. Drew's here.
What's up, Drew?
Sorry if we interrupted the podcast or something.
Kind of a slow week
We're
for
still here.
for chat.
Yeah.
Must be all that hot NBA action.
Whoa. There's hot NBA action.
I don't know.
What's happening?
It's the 6 months of playoffs.
Oh.
So, yeah. Basketball, sport ball.
That was the extent of that conversation I knew
Yeah.
how to have. I was like,
Yeah.
basketball, huh?
Uh-huh. Totally. So,
I like to make very large gestures.
I see that. Yeah, you have to.
Mark your calendar for Mario Kart 8.
Okay. Mark it 0.
Take a sneak peek at Kart on a disc.
So, are you going to get the like Snoop Dogg announcer pack?
Fuck yes, I am.
All right. And the Arlie Ermy announcer pack?
No.
Okay. So, Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm all about the Snoop Dogg one.
Snoop Dogg.
I started watching that video and I was like, this is dumb. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not giving you money. And then, like, you kill somebody and went, yeah. And I was like, that's all I needed. That's really all I needed. I want to shoot a dude in here. Yeah.
Oh, there was some interview with him where he was like, they really captured the essence of Snoop Dogg writing these
Yeah.
lines for me to say.
Oh, it was part of the video.
Oh, okay,
He's
yeah.
like, yeah, they wrote their own things, but they were pretty cool. Let me throw in my own spin to this. And then they were just like, shoot a dude. Yeah. And I'm like, wow. Now, if it was Ice-T,
Yeah, but he's a Gears guy.
he's a Gears guy. Oh, that's right. He isn't.
Yeah.
Literally a Gears guy.
Yeah, literally. He's in that Gears 3.
Yeah, he was.
Still see him on Twitter every once in a while talking about shooting dudes or
Yeah.
Good
Final
old
level,
Ice-T.
Final level.
Yes.
At final level.
Mhm.
Giving him a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either talking about
Hey, go out there and follow Ice-T.
yeah. While you're at hey, if you got a second during this break,
Uh-huh.
why don't you follow Ice-T on Twitter?
Yeah. That's if you're already following us.
Yeah.
Follow us first.
Right.
Then Ice-T.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him No Quarter sent you.
Yes.
Be like, who the fuck's that?
Yep. And then he'll talk about his wife.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at them titties.
Ass and titties.
Yeah. T stands for thrifty.
That's right. Season pass, man. Thrifty.
That's right. He's all about season pass. Ice-T gets him some season pass. Save that dough.
It's like get the fourth map pack for free.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I not?
Yeah, exactly. If you love map packs
And you love Ice-T.
and Ice-T,
Try Gears of War 3.
mm-hmm. Try that.
Mm-hmm. Also, try the veal.
Sure. On your way out.
Woo!
Woo!
You all right?
Woo, indeed.
Yeah, I'll live. I might have broken a sweat there.
Dear.
breaking a sweat. It's all right. That's some
Exactly.
filthy drops.
What'd you
Yeah.
guys talk about?
Ice-T.
Ice-T, the rapper, or Ice-T, like
Well,
Lipton?
The
no.
actor. The auteur.
The auteur.
The man, the myth.
Thespian.
The Twitter user.
Ice-T,
Yeah, we're talking about Final Level.
final
Yeah,
level.
Final level.
Well, it started with Snoop because we were talking about Call of Duty Snoop.
Ah,
And I
that's
was,
right. He's going to be.
I was saying
narrating.
like it's pretty awesome that you shoot a dude and you hear yeah.
Yeah.
But then I was saying like if it was Ice-T
Oh, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or Fitty, or actually you just have all like the entire G unit, I would download that pack.
Get like a DMX, you shoot a guy, it's like, oh, yeah. So,
I don't think DMX can do gun-related voiceovers. I think there might be something in his sentencing.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a shame. So,
Oh, should I?
we're going to
get back in
transition
this?
to free to
Yeah,
play.
why not? So, talk briefly about something that's not really no quarters-y,
Okay.
but it's on Steam, so I'm cheating. Steam made their first
Alright.
documentary called Free to Play.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about it briefly on our sister podcast. That's bmfcast.com.
Yeah.
Basically,
Heard of that.
it's kind of a dumb title because it's really about a Dota 2 tournament. that called the International. It's a giant, huge tournament where the world's best Dota 2 players, Defense of the Ancients, by the way, come together and play this game.
And call each other idiots and
Well,
fucking morons.
the cool thing
'cause
is
they didn't jungle correctly.
Well, that's true because like the own team does, but like they're in soundproof booths, so they can't yell at the other team.
Nice.
They can make gestures at the glass, but they can't actually like hear each
Okay.
other.
Shoot the glass.
That sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, they're in two little booths facing each other,
Man, that's
and they're
kinda
elevated
cool.
up so the whole crowd can watch them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
These esports or something else.
I know, right? But yeah, so I mean, it's a decent enough watch. It's free. It's free to watch, free to play.
I get it.
But it's like I said, kind of a dumb title because I don't know what you hear free to play. And it's like we're going to talk about how we make crushing candy fun and make all the
I want to
money.
hear about monetization.
Yeah, but it's not about that at all.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So is it worth watching?
It's worth watching, especially it's free, and it's cool how Steam treats it. That it treats it like a DVD. You launch it as like a game, and it comes up to a menu, and you can watch the movie and extras and yada yada. Even get Steam achievements. Yay!
Really?
But I said all that to say this. After watching that, I was like, "What? I've never really fired up this Dota thing. This Dota 2.
Man.
Oh, jeez.
What is this?
No.
I don't even. Is it free? I don't know. I had it. I have it. Someone probably gave it to me because Dota people are like, I hook somebody else on Dota, man. They can be part of my team.
I think we all had
I think
it.
a lot of people like just gave us beta keys because everyone had a dozen of them,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
then those just converted into actual Dota.
Why not? It was in my library. It's been in my library. To be fair, I thought I already tried it, but I was thinking of League of Legends, the other MOBA game.
Yeah.
Lol.
Yes, lol, indeed, sir. But yeah, I don't really like League of Legends, and I didn't. It never really bothered to teach you how to play these at all. Like I played Monday Night Combat, and that was the only semi-MOBA game I've ever tried to play. Besides my 5 minutes of being an idiot in League of Legends, going, "I'm a guy, I should run around." Well, I'm dead. Because
I'm a guy.
It didn't teach me anything. I was like, I'll pick crazy tree guy. Let's run here.
Now give me some candy.
Yeah. But Dota is like, hey, we're made by Steam. We know what the fuck we're doing. Let's ease you in. Here's how to move around. Here's the things you need to collect. Here's how you go here and do this objective. Here's how you work with other people and how to stay behind the mobs. And here's how to play the whole goddamn game in these wonderfully made little tutorials. And I get it. I get the Dota thing. Am I going to become some legendary player? No.
No?
I don't have the time, the inclination, or desire. But I get the Dota thing. I truly do. It's the kind of thing. It's somewhere between the draw of playing competitive games with the simplicity of something like Minecraft or Solitaire, because it's essentially the same map every time. You get it. Like you get in there and it's really you're just playing a sports game. I mean, you're literally
it becomes
playing
about
Madden.
pure strategy.
Yeah, you're
right?
playing Madden. Like the Madden field doesn't change. The things around it change, but I know that this strategy works. If I throw to this guy over here, he'll be in the corner and touchdown. So it's the same arena every time. You're just perfecting your strategy and working with your team and possibly trying new things. And then there's 100 friggin' plus heroes that you can choose from that all kind of have different abilities. So people find what they like, and it's you kind of customize the game, whereas it's the same every time. It's kind of like having this giant roster that do mildly different things and picking the playstyle that you like. And the little bit I played, I actually think I played a match or two online. I didn't do awful, even working with completely random people.
Yeah.
So I get it. I don't know. I could see it being fun if you have a team.
How long did your matches take?
Oh, not that long because we didn't do very well. I mean, as a team, because I think at the one time I jumped in that I remember vividly, we were playing against obviously a team, and it was like, okay, they're all working together, and we're just like, should we go here? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I get it, and I didn't feel. That's the weird thing is like I didn't feel like an idiot playing that, even losing as badly as we did. Whereas like League of Legends was immediately like, you're a moron. Why don't you get this? Like, and then even the people playing are like, you're a moron. Why don't you get this? And it's like, how am I supposed? Where would I learn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If a game doesn't teach me, I'm not going to seek it out. I've been playing games for 30 plus years. I should be able to fire up a game and go, how does this game work? I should probably be able to figure this out. And when a game treats someone that's been playing games as long as I have like an idiot, that game can go fuck itself. And that's what
All
League
right.
of Legends made me do.
Okay.
But I get Dota. That's the strange thing.
Well, good.
Yeah, I mean, I've had people invite me to play. They're like, if you want to play, I will play with you, and I'll show you how to do this. And I can't commit. I think it's just knowing that a match, generally speaking, is supposed to last like at least half an hour. That to me is kind of like, that's a lot of time.
Is it?
That's a lot of time.
Not really.
I mean, at least like it can be up to an hour. I don't know for like one match. And I guess the thing with that game too is there are so many characters that you control, like that you choose before your match starts, and knowing what all of them do.
Yeah,
and
but you
how
can
to-
fire up a bot match and like play with a guy for 5 minutes and go, okay, that's what his power gets to. And no, not for me. Try another one. Not for me. And then pick your 5 things that you want to actually learn or master. Because when you play against somebody, there's like a jury selection process where they can veto certain characters. They can say this, and this can't be used, and you do the same thing, and then I think you get like one more round or something like that. So they actually have this like, we eliminate these characters from play, and they eliminate these characters from play, and then you
Okay.
begin. And so like you have to, have at least a backup or two because all of your favorite characters might get voted off the island, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's like jury selection.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's basically a jury picking anything, and they're like, nope, we will have no sniper guy. He's not allowed, or
Okay.
whatever.
So you enjoyed it, but you're not.
I could go back to it.
Gonna go
I
back
could
too
give or
much.
take it. I mean, I know as soon as this is out there, people are gonna be like, "Oh God, join my Dota." It's the new my Pokemons. Let me show them to you. But it's I
They
get
always
it.
need fresh blood.
Yeah. That's
Well,
the thing. It's
you
like
need people for your team.
yeah.
I know.
I mean, it's a 5-person team to make it work, and yeah, I get it. I understand why people are like, we need a person on a team. But I tell you right now, if you're listening, if you hear this words coming out of my mouth, I'm not joining your guild. I'm not like going to be like, we practice every Tuesday.
Don't count
No.
on me.
Do not count on me. Like I will jump in and try it one time with you or something. Sure, maybe if you see me online,
Yeah.
but I'm not joining your thing.
So you're like a
can't.
special guest.
Yes. I
You will not be a regular player.
Right.
Okay.
I've gone down that road where it was like, we practice on this night, we play matches on the. Nope, cannot do that.
Yeah.
You will
I don't
not be
blame you.
joining the bowling league.
Yes.
Okay.
So I fell down another well. This is an old well.
Not that old.
Well, not that old. A little
Old
bit
enough.
Old enough. I fired back up Diablo 3. I just figured it was time.
Did you download the expansion
I did not yet. I think I'm going to.
yet? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to. They've made some vast improvements to that game. They've made some vast improvements to Blizzard stuff overall.
Yeah, their launcher's completely different, and it
I mean,
links to all their games.
yeah,
now.
I really like that. I mean, it's unfortunate that they feel the need that they're big enough to be outside of Steam or something, more centralized. But I like the fact that, okay, if Blizzard's their own little monster, then at least it's all together in this thing. So if I have StarCraft, World of Warcraft, whatever is in there, I can put them all in there and it'll keep them all updated in the background. So good on you for that. If you're going to be your own little monster, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Because I, loaded up Diablo 3 and it was like, yeah, so you have that, sure. Log into your Blizzard account. There it is. All right. You can install that. You can install this. You can install WoW, even though my account's deactivated, but you can install it if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Come on back.
Yeah. First 20 levels are free.
Yeah. Start a new character. Come to the coast. Have a few laughs. But yeah, it's the looting system and a lot of stuff is vastly fixed on Diablo 3, and it's, I don't know. It seems like it makes a lot more sense what playthrough you're playing and what character where you were with each character, and you can it actually very bluntly tells you the advantage of playing on a harder level now. They'll be like, well, gold pickup is this much percentage increase, the chance of rare items are this much, by playing on this harder level. So you can be like, yeah, that isn't good enough. The reward is not good enough for the pain that's going to cause, so I'm going to jump down one level and still just fuck around. So
Yeah.
it's still a good game, and I think I will try the expansion. But
Yeah, I'm just glad they got rid of the paid auction house. Because that changed the landscape of the game.
a little bit, yeah. I honestly, I didn't really have a problem with it. I mean, the way I looked at it is like, I think I gave them $5, and I was like, okay, let me see what I can get with $5, and then I actually ended up not giving them any more money because it was like, okay, I put in $5 and I bought these things. Now I can turn around and sell these things, and I just kind of kept a little bit of a balance and actually bought a few things and when I needed them.
Hmm.
Like when I wasn't getting a drop, it was like I could turn around and because things aren't bound like they used to be. It was like that was always a big Warcraft thing. It was like, oh, you got that drop, fuck you, it's yours forever. Like this was like, okay, I no longer need this, but it's a still cool thing for somebody else. I will put it on there for $1, and then it sells. Okay, now I have $1 in my account. What else can I buy?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the way I look at it. I didn't really have a problem with it. I understand that it's a big problem with gaming the system, but shouldn't be able to buy your way to victory. But
Yeah,
I-
but it also felt like having that meant they didn't need to give you as much loot
yes,
and make it as easy
yes.
to get loot, and that's what frustrated me. Was it's like I'm still stuck with this same shit.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that's
spent-
part of the whole thing of Diablo is the loot is
Mm-hmm.
we killed this monster. I got this. I had a sweet axe. I just got a sweeter axe.
Yeah.
Which sounds dumb when I put it that way, but it's that constant. Oh, I just got something better, and I get to use it. And oh shit, it throws fireballs when I hit something. There's a certain allure to that that I think was kind of lost in the original version of Diablo 3, where it was just like,
Yeah.
well, if you want a fireball throwing sword, you better go to the auction house and buy one.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I spent more time on the non-paid auction house than I did a lot of trading on there because I'd pick something up, some rare thing. I was like, well, that's not even for my class, so send it out there, and what can I get in exchange? So but the weird thing is, I guess it's probably the Loot 2.0 thing that they fixed. Is I hit points where I was playing on the harder levels where I was just getting massacred. I go in there and just, okay, I don't have gear that's anywhere good enough to even remotely do damage to these guys, and I go to the auction house with whatever I had, and generally not real money, and like, okay, buy these new crossbows for my demon hunter. Okay, now I'm murdering everything.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, I probably should have picked up something that was bridge the gap a little bit more between this and this, and I think that's probably what they fixed. So,
Yeah.
but yes, expansion time is probably coming because Diablo.
Yeah.
I don't know though, because Van Helsing 2 comes out in a little bit, so
That's
that
true,
might
and
that
it's the
might
same type of game.
that might satisfy that itch, and it's a lot cheaper, and I've already bought it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty much waiting for some kind of sale. Like really,
they rarely ever happen though.
I know, but they do.
Yeah, they do sometimes.
They do. So I mean, and granted, it's $30 now, and my threshold is always like get it at 20,
Yeah.
and I'll buy it.
The sad thing is, like, I've noticed the trend on Blizzard now is like the next thing's coming out, and they're like, "Here's all the old stuff for it's cheap,"
Yeah.
like. And I don't know if there's another Diablo 3 expansion
I
coming
doubt
anytime
it.
soon.
I doubt
They don't
it.
usually milk it like they do World of Warcraft because there's no money in it except for the one-time cost.
Mm-hmm.
So, anywho, we talk about another Steam game.
All right.
I wanna say someone-
keep this train rolling.
I want to say
man.
someone gave me this game because I don't remember that I would have bought it, but who knows? I have weird fugue states when it comes to Steam. I'll just that's cheap, buy that, and then like a month goes by. Where did that come from?
You know what? I always just assume I got it in a bundle
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
that
I've reached the point where
sure.
there's like a bundle with 12 games, and somehow I already have all of them. And I'm like, I guess I don't need that bundle, do I?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, I want to talk about Bunch of Heroes.
Bunch of heroes.
Bunch of Heroes.
Okay.
So, Bunch of Heroes is a little isometric, almost kind of Diablo-esque sort of game, where you have these various assorted, exaggerated army dudes and zombies because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
It's cute-esque. It's but
Cute-ish.
Cute-like.
cute-ish. I mean, it's kind of cartoony, but then it's also pretty violent too.
Okay.
I think things squish a lot and blow up real good, but
Sure.
so it's one of those weird things. But it is not a solo game at all, and that's how I was trying to play it.
Oh.
It is not meant for like one person running around.
Oh, you need a bunch.
It's kind of similar to another game that I'm going to get to in a minute, but I was not enjoying my time. Like I got to like the first map and I was like, okay, go over here and save this person. All right, now defend this person for 30 seconds while some more zombies come in, and it's just one of those things like this is not fun solo at all. I think it's meant for 4-player co-op, and it almost demands it.
Well, I will let you know. All members of No Quarters have a copy of this.
there you go.
Apparently.
Wow.
Yep. Even Chuck.
That's what I'm saying. I think somebody gave us like bought a pack and
Must
gave
have,
everybody.
why would I have this?
I will say the most helpful customer reviews are all thumbs down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it's okay, but even though the gameplay is not anything like it, it reminds me of the next game I want to talk about because we're rounding into PS Plus corner.
Whoa!
PS Plus corner, bringing it early.
All right, so
I like it.
leading it in is the latest PS4 PS Plus game, and that's Mercenary Kings.
Yeah.
It's a Kickstarter game.
Yeah, completely different style of gameplay, but it reminds me of Bunch of Heroes, strangely enough, because it kind of almost wants co-op too. Like you can very much play this game. It's a lot easier to play this game by yourself, but it seems like all of the fun would be had with other people playing it, and I'm all for that. Like I love playing co-op games. It can be a lot of fun to do stupid things together, but I like a game to be able to be played solo too.
Sure.
Like that was the magic thing that Borderlands hit was, okay, well, your friends jump in, we'll just make the monsters a little bit harder, but it's the same experience. You're just now running around with multiple people doing shit. And it got it, and very few other games seem to. It's like, this is pretty much the same difficulty. If you have more people join in, it's going to get easier.
Right.
And that's not fun. Like, you know.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Mercenary Kings is very similar to, apparently very similar to Broforce, which is a PC. I marketing wise, I want to love Broforce, but I haven't bitten the bullet and gotten it yet, because I'm very sick of this like intentionally making things look like SNES graphics. You know, it's grating on me. It really is.
Yeah, we've reached the saturation point on that,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
It's no longer unique.
yeah,
It's like, oh, you too.
It just looks like everything else.
Yeah.
yeah. Now it's just, I mean, now I see it and I'm like, okay, so you're not very good at coding, so you made it look like a 20-year-old thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because it's kind of, a lot of them, it's reaching the point where it's actually kind of harder to design stuff that way than it would be to just use 3D modeling and do it the other way.
Yeah,
you
granted,
know?
not touch Broforce. I'm not slighting Broforce. It's just like my initial response is like, that looks like a thing I when I heard the marketing and saw like the ads and Eagle Cry and stuff and the stupid character names and everyone's bro somebody ram bro and
Yeah.
all that. And I was like, this seems like a dumb thing I would like to play. And then I watched the video and I was like, oh, it's that.
Yeah.
16-bit graphics, awesome. Don't care.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
immediately, it's just like, you better show me something, game, and not just 16-bit
Well,
graphics.
From everyone I know that's played it, Broforce is actually a lot of fun.
I'm sure.
I've heard
Yeah.
nothing
Well,
but
it's the
good
same
things
thing. Of
about
like,
it,
I mean, I've heard great things about Towerfall Ascension. And it's like, again, looks like old graphics.
Now, was it you that sent me the actual sales numbers on that?
I know. I'm getting off on
Just,
this.
I know it's a
yeah.
tangent, but
Yeah.
Tower Force, right? Was that the name of
Tower Force Ascension, yes, was the top-selling game on the Ouya.
Towerfall.
Towerfall.
it? Towerfall. Okay.
yes,
Broforce. Towerfall.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I said it wrong. Towerfall.
Mm-hmm.
You told me top selling game on Ouya.
Mm-hmm.
7,000 copies. 7,000. That's just
Period.
7 and 3 zeros.
Yep. For the life of the Ouya.
And people say the Wii U is a doomed system.
The Ouya isn't.
The
even a
Ouya just
system.
exists to be an emulator. I'm sure of it at this
It
point.
exists in the here's a little box. Go nuts with it.
Yep.
Put XBMC, put Plex, whatever the fuck you want to do with it. Just don't play games.
Yep.
No.
I never bought one game on my Ouya. They even gave me money. They gave me credit. Said, hey, go buy a game.
Did you buy Towerfall?
No.
Why not?
I just let that credit lapse.
Really?
Why
Yeah.
did you do that?
You should have bought Towerfall. Apparently it's good.
Do you not want your Ouya? I know someone will take your Ouya.
No, I use it.
Okay. Use it for
Streaming.
the other things.
I use it for emulation.
Oh, okay,
and
cool.
for XBMC.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Well, okay.
But anyway, back
but
to
I was saying,
Mercenary
like, well, I
Kings.
mean, that game is also on PS4 now,
Yeah.
and it probably sold 7,000 copies in the first hour.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They said it's made like $500,000
Yeah.
on the PS4. So,
Yeah. Anyway, so Mercenary Kings. I don't know. It's okay. I like it because it's. I hate to say it. It's Contra-esque. I mean, because you get to go back to a central hub, and then you can go there and spend your dollars and upgrade weapons and buy
Yeah.
health packs and things like that. And
Which is cool.
yeah, kind of cool. But I really, I mean, I played it for probably half an hour to an hour, and then kind of was like, yeah, this might be more fun if it was in co-op, but I'm really not having fun with it by myself.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, it's a lot of shooting dudes and kind of wonky controls, like shoot forward, shoot, up, and not even like diagonal.
Yeah. I have yet to try it because I haven't really booted up my PS4 lately, but everyone I've seen talking about it on Twitter has said it's fun until you get to a boss, and then you get the boss to a certain health, and the boss runs away, and you have to chase them through the level with respawning enemies. And I was like, that sounds shitty. That sounds really shitty. So I'm assuming co-op would probably make that a different
Probably.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say I took down a boss, but maybe they were talking about later ones. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is they were complaining, like they were like, as soon as the boss ran away, and they realized they had to chase him, they shut the game off and said, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's free, so I'll play it. But
Yeah.
you know,
There you go.
another game I should have played for free.
Mm-hmm. I played your copy of it for free.
Yeah,
Because it's a PS3, PS Plus, but
Yeah.
I played Mackey's Steam copy.
Oh, okay. Remember me.
yeah. Remember me?
Remember
What?
me.
Remember that one?
Who are you?
Hot Capcom joint.
Who are you? Oh, okay.
You don't remember?
Are you
me?
a lady, perhaps, in some skin tight clothing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, really? They
Yeah.
put a lady in a game.
The game's
I
camera is going to remind you that you're a lady.
Mhm.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of butt shots, gratuitous or not.
Mostly. I only started playing this because you were talking about it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I was going to play it eventually, but you started talking about it. I was like, hey, I'll start playing that because then we'll both have something to talk about.
Okay.
How far into this game did you get?
I altered the assassin lady's memory.
Yep.
I want to say I did like one other thing after that, and I was kind of like, I'm done for now.
Okay. So according to the list of chapters, I have played half the game.
Okay.
The coolest thing about that game is the thing that you described that got me to play it, which is that you enter these people's memories and alter shit to change the reason that this person is coming after you or whatever, so that they suddenly leave you alone. That's cool as shit. It has happened one time
Oh.
halfway through the game.
Oh no.
Oh.
So the rest of it is just neo-future French bullshit where it's all cyber terrorism and just digital nonsense everywhere. And it's like, at its core, there is an element in this game that is really great. And it's that hack people's memories thing to get them to either leave you, to whatever you need to do in that person's brain to get them to either leave you alone or go do what you need them to do. You just have like this DVR of their memory and you fuck with it until it gets the outcome that you need to continue on.
Yeah, I really thought this was going to be like Watch Dogs 0.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was imagining in my head. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be this, mind fucker that can do things and change everything.
What is the gameplay? I mean,
It's Assassin's Creed weak.
I mean, it's a lot of parkour, jumping around through traversing this shitty city.
is it open world?
No,
Or is it like
no.
it's like, here's a
kind of
path.
linear
You're
level
on a path.
structures?
Yeah.
Okay.
And even like the jumping around stuff, you're pretty much on a path, so you can't fuck it up unless you hit the wrong button.
Okay.
Like if you accidentally drop down off a ledge instead of jumping across to another one. So like the bulk of a level will be that. You'll get to some combat, which is very Batman-esque combo bullshit. And then you kind of have an ending to a chapter, which generally is just a bunch of enemies. It's a shame. It looks pretty. It is a nice looking game. They have rendered they have created a world. This new France, whatever the hell's going on
I
the
remember
planet.
seeing screenshots of this. I was like, this looks like my style of
Yeah.
game. Like, I want to play this. The color schemes are similar to Mirror's Edge, but with actual, refinement. Like, like not just stylistic. It's like if Mirror's Edge had textures, it would be this game, sort of.
Yeah.
But
Dude, Mirror's Edge still looks really good.
I know. I'm just saying, like, this looks like, very similar stark white and red and orange colors and things like that. It's very primary colory and
Yeah. I love that one mechanic that this game has, and like it's just one of those games, man, where it's like it's hitting you with so much story, and the story is just nonsense. It is just cyber terrorism, futuristic, the government owns your brain crap.
The usual.
Yeah. There is a lot of the usual going on in it. It's just a shame. It just seems like they built this world and they were like, well, we got to come up with a story. People hack brains, man.
Yeah, I mean, I got to that. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
That
I
was
mean,
so dope.
yeah.
Like when you're doing it, because there's so many variables that you can fuck around with in this memory to make things sort of like domino effect into the actual outcome that you need it to do.
Yeah, and then you can fail it too, because it'd be like, you're supposed to have something happen, but not too bad.
Yeah.
And so you can actually fuck it up where it's like the worst thing happens. Like, well, no, I don't want it to go that far.
Right.
Let me back it up and take one part out and be like, okay,
Yeah.
Doctor moved over here. He tripped on this. And made that happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like you go back in and you change everything. There's like 10 variables that you can mess with, but only 4 of them actually apply to getting the outcome that you need. So it's like this weird, like, you kind of get like a mastermind thing out of it where you watch it play out and you're like, okay, that and that need to stay where they are, but I have to take this change out and do this other thing and then see what happens. Man, I wish like Call of Duty or something, like one of their campaigns would just have this like psyops kind of unit where you're just going in and you're infiltrating, terrorist cells or whatever and fucking with their brains. Something where I want to play the rest of the game along with this.
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
So I would love to see a Splinter Cell that does that.
Splinter Cell would be fun.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like of the Call of Duty's playstyle probably wouldn't work for that, but Splinter Cell I could see you hanging from the rafters and
Well, I don't even want to do any of that
Jedi's
shit.
mind tricking somebody around the corner.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, there's that.
yeah.
So,
I mean, it sounds cool. I guess that's the thing about it, is that all this stuff you're saying sounds cool, but
playing it is
It's
not
just-
cool.
This is why I want Watch Dogs. I
Yeah.
want Watch Dogs really bad. I wanted Watch Dogs from launch day. That's why it was my one pre-order. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's still the game that is in my head.
I hope so
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I really do.
I want to be driving in a car, see pylons on the ground, and go blick, and
Yeah.
raise them and watch the cars behind me just go.
I hope that's
I really hope that's the game. But we'll see.
yeah. So,
So-
last up.
Yeah, last in the PS Plus corner, Dead Nation PS4 edition. I think it's Apocalypse edition. Something I don't know.
It's got some name
up-res
to it.
version of Dead Nation from PS3 days. Very similar to the games I mentioned before. It is a co-op-y game meant to be played co-op. This one, however, you can do all right. You can do all right single player. It's a dark-ass game. I don't remember the first one being this dark, but maybe it was. Like it's very much
Like
that
dark content or visually dark?
visually dark. Like it's very. I don't know if like when they up-res it, they were like, let's really use the light engine of the PS4 because like the way your guy is facing is kind of what you see. I mean, like everything else is like, okay, you pass by a fire, okay, I can see around this fire, but it's like you better be turning and looking around, and it's an isometric view, it's like top-down view almost, and you need to be pointing your flashlight around and make sure there isn't a zombie coming towards you. But it's not like some games where, a zombie touched you, you're dead. You can heal and survive a bite or two or whatever.
Okay.
But I still want to really want to play this game co-op because it's a pretty game and it's a fun game, and it just gets a little dry really quickly playing it single player. You can tell that they designed it to be a co-op crazy shooter thing. I thought you were on board, man, when I said it was kind of like those games, the
Hunter the Reckoning.
Hunter, yeah.
I was. And those games are kind of designed to be co-op too, but
Yeah.
you could still muscle through it.
Sure. I'm not. I was doing fine. I'm just saying it gets dry. It's like
Yeah.
I think it's it's a quiet-ish game, and I think it's like designed to have a conversation while you're playing it.
Gotcha.
And then you hear, okay, what was that? All right, shoot it. Yeah.
Don't eat your cornbread.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready to take a break?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. You don't sound ready.
We rounded a corner. We might as well take a break. I mean,
All right.
Break corner.
Let's take a
corner break.
Corner break.
Rope break.
You always got to break into the corner.
Fast break.
Rope break.
Oh, don't say
Gotta
fast
let go.
break.
I want a fast break.
I need a fast break right now.
What?
Fast break, break.
you say fast
Don't say fast break.
Cat, what are you doing?
Cat's just kicking it, man.
Cat's been chilling in here for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, cat's in the doorway.
Yeah,
quiet.
and the silver spoon.
Dumbass.
Sorry. You can come in. You can come back in.
Oh my.
Cat's like, where's the cat man? Where's the guy who looks like a cat face?
I'm sure that's how all cats describe BJ.
Yeah. Hey, who's that
guy
tall cat?
Guy who looks like cat face.
Hey, cat face.
Man.
Hmm?
So you got Metal Gear, but you never played it, right?
Metal Gear. What, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played that yet.
Okay, I didn't think so. I knew you got it.
Yeah, no. I haven't played any Metal Gear since the first half of Metal Gear Solid.
Really?
Or Metal Gear Solid 2.
I played the first Metal Gear a lot.
The NES one?
They would Metal Gear Solid.
Solid? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I finished
because
that.
that was the first PlayStation game I ever got.
Sure, most people.
Yeah, because I got a Christmas bonus,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'm getting a fucking PlayStation. So I got that and Metal
Hell
Gear
yeah.
Solid, and that might have been the point when it was down to like $20 or whatever.
Hmm.
Because I know it's the green edition. So.
Ooh, greatest hits.
Oh God, I hated that.
Yeah.
It still bothers me that I have games, and some games were only released that way.
Yep.
Where I was like, "Oh, you sons of bitches!" Yeah,
And they're worth less.
I know.
If you
they
want
are.
that original art,
Yeah, hell yeah, because the green was disgusting.
it is pretty bad.
terrible.
Yeah.
Looked trashy on your shelf too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played that one like, God, because once you knew what you were doing, you'd get through that game in like 2 hours.
Right.
So I played through that. Like I got to the point where like you could wear the tuxedo through the whole game. And, it was always like unlock this. And then,
Yep.
But now when you look at that intro sequence, like where he's swimming, it is like, how did we look at these graphics and enjoy them in any way? Because I remember thinking this game looks really cool.
Yeah. Well, they
And
remade
now-
it for the GameCube, and it looks a lot better. It's playable if you could figure out a way to play it. The GameCube version.
Yeah, I mean, I still have a GameCube.
Okay.
Still have a Wii.
You can play it on the Wii.
Yeah, I would need the disc. That's actually the one Silicon Knights made.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'd play it, but I don't know. I'll probably just play them all on PlayStation. I like that I can play all of them so far on PlayStation 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I have one of the PlayStation 3s that actually does that. But
Well, and they all came out. You can actually play them
oh yeah, that's right.
PS3 coded versions.
Yeah. Well, I actually have the 360 versions, the HD release of 2, 3, and Peace Walker.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of, like, I think about the time that's invested in those, and it's like,
Yeah.
because 2 I heard was actually fairly long. Like it's weird because Metal Gear Solid 1 was like nothing, and then 2 was like,
2's pretty long.
yeah.
And it also has bullshit.
Yeah, I know. You play as Raiden.
Yeah.
Like they bait and switch on you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't decided if I'm going to go and attempt to play through those.
I'd really like to.
Yeah.
Like there's a part of me that's like, they're so crazy and stupid in the way that we enjoy.
Yeah.
That it's kind of like I want to go through that. Like I want to go through that and have context and understand, or at least maybe not understand, but have context for
Mhm.
all of it.
Yeah. Like when someone says to me, like, oh, Metal Gear Solid 4 is just like, it ends with 45 minutes of cutscenes. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's what I want. Give me that. Give me crazy bullshit. I don't really care moving the joystick around. Show me your crazy brain. That's what I want to see here.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of debating. I've got the PS3 pack that's got them all in there.
Yeah.
So I may do that before I start playing Ground Zeroes, because we've got a year and a half before that next one comes out
So crazy.
with the horse.
Is that a carrot or a fast break?
Carrot.
Damn it!
You did that on purpose.
I did.
You brought in an orange, a fast break colored piece of food. You're gross.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm eating carrots?
Yep.
Okay.
Gross.
Raw carrots are awesome.
Mark your calendar for Mario Kart 8.
Oh, you got that email too?
I sure did. Dozens of brand new high octane videos. I wonder if there will be online play.
Online play on what?
Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart.
Is it Nintendo?
Yeah.
There will not be online play.
There
Or
wasn't.
there
some?
will. You just have to exchange
Oh.
45-digit codes to,
I see.
and then the other person has to accept your code and send you their 45-digit code, which you have to enter from memory
Mhm.
before you're allowed to connect.
Yes.
And then there's no voice chat.
There is if you get the Animal Crossing speaker that you put on top of your TV.
Oh man, I forgot about the Animal Crossing speaker.
We Speak, is that what it was?
Oh my god, I forgot all about that thing. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That freaking thing.
You know, immediately they were like, pedophiles can speak to children with this. Oh God, stop supporting the We Speak. Yep.
God, Nintendo, you're so frustrating. You frustrate me.
Yeah.
You could be so good and you refuse.
We just want to love you. Let us love you.
Mm-hmm. But isn't it dumb that whole Mario Kart 8 get a free game thing? Like, I'm like, man, maybe I should get a Wii U and get that. It's like, no, I shouldn't. I'm fucking stupid. Stop thinking that.
Nah, there's some okay games on the Wii U.
No, I'm not even playing the games on my PS4.
Well,
I don't need
yeah,
a Wii
I mean,
U.
yeah, if you had time, I would be like, yeah, get a Wii U. There's some great games for it, but
Yeah, and Drew in the chat's all like, no, they have online play. It has voice chat this time. Pfft, it's Nintendo. It
Yeah.
doesn't. Pfft. You want to think that. They want you to think that.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wake up, Drew.
Yeah, wake up,
Sheeple.
sheeple. All 20 other Wii U owners hope you're online at the same time.
I
good
have
luck.
time, but I'm not buying a fucking Wii U.
Yeah, I
What do
know,
look
but
like
I-
Wii U owner.
I'm still when a price drop hits, I will probably get one.
Yeah.
But I just think about the fact that I had a Wii sitting under my TV that didn't get turned on for literally over a year,
yeah.
probably longer.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even consider hooking it up when I got into the condo. Once I was out of my house, that went in a box and it's in a storage unit,
Yep.
along with everything else that's ancient that I don't hook up anymore.
Oh, when I was in GameStop over the weekend buying all dem games, of course they went through this whole like, do you want to pre-order blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, just please ring me up. I don't want to pre-order anything from you. And they're like, well, we're just gonna put this Wii U schedule of upcoming releases in your bag. I'm like, fine, whatever.
Why? Because you actually bought a Wii U game?
I did. I bought a Wii U game.
Oh, they were like, oh my God, we found one.
Yeah.
You
So-
were a fucking unicorn. You
so-
realize that, right?
I know. Yeah.
They're like, don't leave.
So they
yet.
had this big pile of
Terry
of
has to see you.
Wii U pre-order papers. So they gave me one, and I get home and I open it up. 6 games. 6 games until the end of the year listed on this. You can pre-order Wii U games. That thing's fucking done.
It's in trouble.
And 2 of the 6 had 12/31/14 dates on them. So they were just like,
Not
we don't
this-
fucking know.
Not this year.
So
Not this year.
I bought a Wii U for Bayonetta 2. They told me that game is coming out. So
Is it Sunday?
You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. Bayonetta.
They told me.
Bayonetta 1 was fucking terrible.
You're alone on that island. Bayonetta's awesome.
Well,
So we bought a Bayonetta 2 machine.
and you still don't even have it. You're never getting it.
Probably
What are you
not.
going to do when they cancel it? And they're
Nope.
like,
That's probably what'll happen.
people like you and Jens and Joe Steen will throw yourselves off buildings. Be like, they promised us Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, probably.
Nope.
No.
I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I hope it's what you want it to be.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honestly, because that's just my we've talked about that, but games were just you gave him a shot and you're just like, nope.
Mhm.
Just like he's gonna talk about in a few minutes. So
What? Oh, me? Okay.
yeah, well,
Oh, right.
yeah,
Right.
where
right.
you give it a shot and you go,
Nah.
I see why people can enjoy this, but not me.
No, I'm not even admitting that.
Yeah, I know you refuse to acknowledge why it might actually be good.
I do.
Well, let's get into it.
All right.
All right.
Why don't you clap, Chuck?
Oh, I figured out how they can fix the Wii U, by the way.
How?
Give it away.
Well, that too, but I mean, like, let you sync your Street Passes from your DS to it and interact with Wii U games that way.
Yeah. Still that rumor that they're just going to scrap everything and make one giant handheld home console
That's the way to do it.
merged thing.
Never happened.
Okay.
All right, welcome back. Second half.
Still. a podcast about video games.
It is.
The motherfucking video game podcast?
That's
that
what.
one? Oh.
That's what I hear.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Mom.
It's the title of one of the episodes. Way back when.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, second half. We're going to talk about some older games.
All
Games
right.
we may have already talked about, all sorts of other stuff like that. Got some emails still coming up, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
Oh,
You get
geez.
pumped. We got another corner coming up, too. It's just,
Whoa.
it's so full. Man. So, it's been over a month since our last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I've played the most in that month?
No.
A game that I said, you know what? I'm probably not going to bother with this. I'm going to stop. No, Dark Souls. It clicked. I'm in. I'm fucking done.
Should get that on a jacket.
Yeah, I bet I get it. It's one of those things where you hear all these people, and I understand why they can be so insufferable and always looking for an excuse to talk about Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
It's and it's so hard to articulate in itself. But it's when you get an inch of progress in that game, it feels like the feeling you get when you beat 10 other games that are just like here's upgrades like candy. Just do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You're the master of this universe. Kill everything. Good job. Like that's the difference is it feels like everything you get in that game you earn, but it's still I understand why people don't like that it doesn't really show you how to play it or what you're doing. It just kind of happens.
Right.
And they kind of show you some skills, but they only show you once. They're like, all right, if you want to do this, just press this button. And they don't even get into the whole, if you're tapping it 3 times, you're going to do 3 different types of motions. And, they don't get into all the depth of it. They're just kind of like, we're going to let you figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there just feels like a constant sense of learning and exploration that happens in it that I just don't get from other games. It's kind of like, when you play GTA and you just start wandering and you just start finding cool stuff. That's kind of how it's kind of that feeling, but it's so, in GTA, you're just, I just drove there. It may have taken me 10 minutes, but I drove to the top of this mountain and it was cool.
Right.
With this game, it's like you get to these points and you go, I fought my ass off to get here. And this is pretty awesome now.
Mm-hmm.
It's you just, I guess it's just that sense of earning everything you get. And their world is really well designed. Like you don't realize it at first, but there's no loading screens once you're in it. And every area kind of ends up unlocking the Metroid Castlevania type thing where it's, I couldn't open that door before. Oh, I just opened it from the other side, and I'm right near here where I was before.
Mm-hmm.
You've kind of completed that loop, and so it's very easy to get from one place to the other, where you're not totally locked out of things.
Right.
But it's also kind of sad because it's like you'll get there and you'll be like, wow, I was only like 100 yards from where I needed to be, and it took me going 3 miles around the block to get that 100 yards. So, I guess when you play early on, it takes until you find out a play style that works for you.
Right.
And I do like that it doesn't matter what you pick to start, like what class you are or any of that. It doesn't matter because you customize everything that you want. Like, you can have a super magic guy who can wield a big ass fucking club and beat the shit out of things too, if you have enough points to do that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I also realized that all the stuff I was worried about early on was like, oh god, I've used up my pine resin and now I can't hit things with electricity. I've used up my stuff. That doesn't really matter because as you go on, it's kind of that whole XP curve that most games have, like Borderlands has and other ones where it's like, yeah, early on the monsters are only giving me like 3 XP when I kill them. And I can't buy anything because everything's like $300.
Right.
And then, eventually you're just killing things left and right that are giving you 10 times what you need to buy
Mm-hmm.
just by killing one of them. So it's a strange game in that it's so tough to articulate why it's so good, but I kind of almost see it like learning something like basketball or golf. Like when you first start trying to play golf, you suck. You just suck. And it takes this practice and repetition to be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But then once it clicks and you actually know what you're doing, you can feel fucking amazing when you hit something perfectly the way you're supposed to. And that's kind of how this game is when you get to a boss that takes up the whole screen and you somehow kill it without it hitting you once because you've figured out how everything works. And there's something that feels super awesome about that. There's also something that feels super awesome about just being able to cheese some of them. Just being like, oh, you know what? If I stand here behind this grate and shoot him with arrows, he dies. And I don't have to jump in there and fight him and get knocked off a cliff or anything. It just, all right, that works too.
So yeah, gaming the game is
Yeah.
as satisfying as beating the game.
It kind of is.
Okay.
Because you're like, all right, yeah, okay. I'm kind of awesome because I just did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I don't know. I get why people like Harlow especially just can't handle that game. Like just playing it just grates on you and you're just like, okay, this is dumb.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I tried the 360 copy. I thought, okay, maybe all the jank that took it out of me before I even felt the difficulty curve of Demon Souls might be fixed in this. Not really. It just feels like a super janky game to me, and I mean, I guess you're telling me that it has tight mechanics, but it feels like, to me, it feels like you're playing an alpha build of an Elder Scrolls game, because like everything feels weird and floaty and disconnected from the world, and
There is some of that. Like
and plus you're playing in third person view, which is like the mode that is poison in Elder Scrolls games. Like why it's even still an option.
Yeah,
I
don't
other
know
than
why
taking
they add
screenshots. You know, like that. I don't understand why it's even a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But
I guess what I'll say about that is, yes, like if you swing, sometimes it feels like your guy is just swinging at nothing and just not aiming where you want him to go or doing what you want him to do. And there's some of that, but there's also the way the game is when you're doing an action, you're committing to it. It's kind of like a fighting game almost, where, you know, like a Street Fighter thing, where it's like, okay, you know, the people who are really high level at it know that, all right, if I do this move, I'm committed for this amount of time, and I'm open to getting my shit wrecked in that open second. And that's kind of how that game works, where it's never really unfair about it, but the controls with a lot of things are stupid. And I'm sure intentionally made to be that way, that, you know, if you want to jump from one place to another, you have to hold down the run button, but then tap the run button at the right point, which never quite works the way you want it to. But I don't know. I just find fighting things is always fair because they have the same restrictions you do. You know, if they've committed to swinging their axe over their head and then getting it embedded in the ground and having to yank it out, like, as long as you can dodge it, hey, guess what? You're getting stabbed in the back, asshole.
Yes.
You know, I just it's I know you hear it all the time, but it's, to me, it's always fair. It's never like it never feels like you ever do, like, it never just goes, oh, no, you didn't hit that. You didn't do that. You know, it's always, no, you hit that. You just timed it wrong. So you fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's why so many people hate it, I guess. But I have like 20 something hours in it now, which for this month, for the amount of game I've played, is a significant amount, because I've had no free time whatsoever freaking ever. Once I got the Xbox, I played for that week, and then decided, hey, I'm gonna sell some real estate, and suddenly I have no time to do friggin' anything anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I mean, my biggest hurdle still was just the technical feeling of the game more than anything. Like, just I don't know. I mean, the hurdles I have to overcome is, like, I'm mostly feeling done with the medieval fantasy style game. That just feels played out to me. I will probably continue to play an Elder Scrolls game if it comes out. Probably not Elder Scrolls Online, but, you know, full-blown games, yes. Just because I feel invested in the world. But I have that to overcome, and then, like I said, it just I was having a very hard time even with a lock-on button, feeling like I didn't know exactly how close I needed to be to something to swing and effectively hit it, because it was just kind of like, there's a swing button. I might swing one way. I mean, I understand there's like multiple taps that he kind of swings different ways, but I was just having a hard time of realizing how to get around a shield or block/parry, and I don't know, just the combat to me felt really clunky, and I didn't get it. Like it wasn't clicking. So I mean, it's just I ended up actually quitting on a place I just kept dying. You know, that I did. That is where I kind of ended up giving up, because I was like, all right, besides this, I'm not enjoying the other aspects of it. You know, if this is the tip of the iceberg of the difficulty curve that this game is, I don't know, not just famous for, but like gloats, with, I don't think I need to go any further.
Yeah, I found it's interesting that I died more in the first hour and a half playing than I have since then. I rarely die anymore.
Okay.
Probably because I'm super fucking cautious, which I guess is having my patience level go up, I guess. But there's still plenty of times where it's just like, are you really doing this game? Fuck you. Because I've complained about it on Twitter and other areas, but Blight Town is just one of those areas of a game where, god damn, whoever was the lead design on that area must have just been picked on as a kid. Just everybody must have picked on this guy, and he's like, I'm going to get everybody back by doing this.
Yeah, I didn't even make it that far.
No, that's a lot further than you figured, than where you are. But I don't know. I'm locked in at this point. I'm going to beat that game, and I'm going to get Dark Souls 2 whenever I beat it, and hopefully it'll be on sale on Steam by then.
Probably
because I have been playing the PC version the entire time, and apparently there is a chance after July 1st, when Games for Windows Live shuts down, that I may not be able to play that game anymore.
Nice.
So that would kind of be a bummer. So I do kind of want to beat it before July 1st, or else forever hold my peace.
Man, that's the ultimate just game saying, you cannot finish me.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, it's
the prepare to cry edition.
Yeah. But that game is just, it is a legendary dick sometimes. It really is. Because, okay, I'm spoiling something but anyone who plays Dark Souls is going to read facts and look up everything anyway. Mm-hmm. But you go all the way down to the bottom, which is Blight Town, which is like, it takes a long time to get there. And then you're coming back up using an elevator thing and then navigating the area, and you get up back to the very beginning part, the Firelink Shrine, which is like where they drop you off after you beat the tutorial area. And the knight you saved earlier has decided to kill the Keeper of the Flame there, which the flame is what recharges all your healing potions, where you level up, where you do everything. And there's something called a Firekeeper there that keeps the fire burning. The knight fucking killed her. Killed the flame. So now I have to wander through one of the levels to find a bonfire to restore everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea how to get her back yet. All I know is there was loot where her body was, and it just says, and there's a little thing that says read message. You read the message, and it says dead. Okay.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. I was like, all right. But and it's funny.
Did she write her own message, or did the knight leave that behind?
I think he did, because the knight earlier on, like when you talk to him just before you go down there, he's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of sick of her. I'm not sure I have a need for her anymore."
It's Christophe Lambert, the knight.
Kind of, and I was like, and that was the point where I was like, I should probably kill that asshole. And I look it up and people are like, "Yeah, here's the deal. If you let him live, he's gonna kill her. Eventually, you'll get to go kill him, and he has one of the best suits of armor in the game, so you probably want to do that. But if you just kill him and say, fuck it, you can just kill him and say, fuck it, and no worries." So I got greedy about the armor, but then I forgot. So then when I got back up there, I was like, oh, son of a... Damn it, Dark Souls. Damn it!
Mm-hmm.
So, I still like it, though. I don't know why. I just...
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a point where it clicks. That's all I can say. It's just like so many other games. There's a point where it clicks, and you're like, "This is kind of awesome," and I feel kind of awesome playing this. And then some guy smashes you with a boulder, and you go, "Fuck you, game," and you play something else.
That sounds great.
Yep.
So, what did you play when you got smashed by a boulder?
Actually, Moonpier, your friend of mine, Moonpier, has been bugging me. He wants me to play Dark Souls on the 360 because he's like, I just want to play with you so I can join your game and we can just wreck everything. I'm like, yeah, that would be fun. But I'm not starting over. I'm beating that other one. But we both realized we had never 1,000 pointed Resident Evil 5. 5. Yes, Resident Evil 5. Because we never beat it on professional level.
Sure.
We got through, I think, 4.5 chapters, and there's 6 chapters in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a point where we had a Saturday free, both of us, and so we played through the fifth chapter of the 5th Resident Evil game. And we got to the end. I swear to God, yeah, it took us maybe an hour to get through the first parts of the chapter, and then we got to the boss fight at the end of the 5th chapter, and proceeded to take an hour and a half to 2 hours of replaying one scene over and over and over and over and over, trying to kill this one character. And we're like, why are we doing this? And it was fun because we went through the whole like emotional curve, like we know the whole grieving process. We went through all of it at once. We were like, it's like first it was denial.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why are we doing something wrong? What's wrong? Is this glitched? Is there something? What's wrong? And then it turned to anger where it's like, no, fuck you, game. Why is this so hard? What is wrong?
Uh-huh.
We're really good at games, aren't we? And then there was just like a point where we're like, maybe we should just quit. Maybe we should just stop doing this. And then we're like, no, we're beating this. We're beating this. And then eventually, yes, we're even like going online. We're like, and all the FAQs say something completely different. All of them. And most of them are written for like the easy mode, which I will never understand why people write FAQs for like easy mode. We're like, well, you just shoot her and then grab the jewel. And it's like, oh, thanks, guy. Yeah, funny. We've tried that and we've done it 8 times and it still hasn't killed her. So, yeah, but eventually we beat that and then like breezed through the last chapter.
Mm-hmm.
But that game came out in 2009.
Yes.
You know what 2009 was the height of?
What?
Quick time fucking events.
Yeah.
Holy God.
Yeah.
Because aside from that game has aged pretty well. It actually still looks really good. The co-op's well designed in the game, but holy God, when you get to quick time events, which that last chapter is all quick time events. And if you miss them...
How does that work with co-op? You both have to do it?
Yep.
And if one fails, you both fail?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And you go
great.
back to the beginning of the sequence.
Awesome.
So you have to do all. And they're randomized.
Awesome. Best.
Yep. You can't just memorize it. They're randomized.
Sure.
Designed by assholes.
Signed by people that have no friends that want everyone else to have no friends because you'd be like, fuck you for missing that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember why this was easier in single player. Because I only had to rely on myself. Because and it was, again, we just got to the point where we were just laughing at it. Where it'd be like, oh, I guess you didn't hit both triggers at the same time. He's like, oh, I had to hit X and B at the same time. It's like, X and B, that's an asshole move. Your thumb doesn't work that way. But yeah. So eventually we beat that game. So we have all 1,000 points. And then he was like, should we try the DLC? I'm like, no, we should not try the DLC.
No.
I think I need a break from Resident Evil 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, you might like Resident Evil 6. I'm like, no. I'm not doing this. I'm not going down there now. But that's actually still a fun co-op game. I think, aside from the quick time events, that game holds up fairly well. And it commits to its controls of where you can't move while you're aiming. And so it becomes very good about being a co-op game where it's like one guy is doing one thing and the other guy is checking everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also... And it's one of the only games where I've seen this. One character is right-handed, the other character is left-handed. Which becomes kind of cool for when you're going down corridors, because one person can be on one side aiming and the other person can be on the other, and you're out of each other's line of fire.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, even though you can turn friendly fire and off and all that, but it's I've wondered why more games haven't done that sort of thing or let you determine which hand to use. Because there was something else that let you switch hands, and I can't remember what it was now. But there was a button you could click where you could switch your gun hand. And I wish I could remember what game it was, but I wish there were more of that because I noticed like all characters are always right-handed.
Sounds like a Army of Two or Kane and Lynch kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it was Army of Two actually.
I almost want to say you can do that in the Just Cause games.
I see. I've never played any of them. So.
I want to say like there's strategies for like when you're hanging on something, you're switching to the other hand. It's like, oh, now I see around, whereas the other one was like, didn't make any sense because I'm aiming it into what I'm holding on to. Right.
Yeah, but still, I mean that if it wasn't for QuickTime events, that game I would still love it. It's ridiculous in all the ways we like ridiculous, stupid things, and just goes absolutely insane with its premise. But it also, when you've unlocked unlimited ammo for certain weapons, it's like, this game's a lot of fun because it's just broken now.
Right.
Like, one of the boss fights, we had a rocket launcher. And we both had rocket launchers with infinite ammo, so it was like, the boss fight was supposed to be like this long drawn out, oh, you do this sequence, and then you got to go through this quick time event, and then you do this sequence, and you do that. It was like, we both shot him with a rocket, and it's like, boom, okay, moving on. We're like, yes!
Nice.
So I enjoy games where, even though it's a harder difficulty, they give you access to the stuff that, okay, now you've got unlimited ammo in this, you got super powerful whatever. I don't like when games lock that in, like, okay, you played on normal. If you want to do New Game Plus, you can only do it on normal, and here's all your stuff again.
Right.
I like ones that let you mix it up like that, and Resident Evil's pretty good about that.
Cool.
I played Resident Evil 5.
Yeah. I played it with you. We beat it.
Yeah.
We just didn't beat it on professional mode.
I did not play Resident Evil 2 drafts blowing each other.
Sweet logo.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
But Chuck.
Yeah. Speaking of QuickTime events.
Speaking of QuickTime events.
Holy God. Of war.
Oh.
Yeah, I filled up my PS3's hard drive with free things. And as doing that, I was like, I should probably see what's on here. Because I'm just downloading everything and not playing anything.
Sure.
So I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, oh, I never played the HD God of War. I never played God of War at all. It's like, I should probably play that.
That seems crazy that
I just wasn't
you of all people just never...
I wasn't a PS2 guy. I was a PS2 guy early, and then the Xbox came out, and then I was just playing games on the Xbox. So yeah, this was my first experience with the God of War. And yeah. It's interesting looking at that game for the first time now that it is nothing but everything that everyone hates about video games.
Yeah.
Everything in that game. You've got your QuickTime events. You've got your monster closets. You've got your balance beam walking. You've got your constantly moving camera as you're trying to balance on something. It's just everything in that game. You talk about it now, and people are like, I can't stand that feature in that game. God of War has all of them at the same time. But it's still fine. It's almost retroactively charming that all of these things, all of these elements that people hate about video games are all together like a greatest hits package in this one game.
I think the thing about that game that I remember, and I've never actually gone through and beaten the entire thing, there's certain points I got to where I just got stuck.
There are at least 3 places in it where you could just go, fuck this game.
Did you finish it? No?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I was like, God, the end of the game.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I mean,
yeah.
Obviously the scale of everything back then was completely novel. It was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And
still.
there was that feeling to it, which, I mean, they kept going as the series went on with that mode. But I think also areas have a lot of different types of gameplay in them. I mean, sure.
Ares.
But
Ares
when you're
game.
You may have killed all the guys in this area, but then you kind of have an environmental puzzle to figure out to get this door open.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that stuff. Some of them I fucking hate, like the rolling the ball up the hill while everything's attacking you. Fuck that section forever. But I think that's why that game is still fun, because you're not doing the same thing over and over. And even when you are doing the same thing, it's broken up by doing something else.
There's a lot of mixed up elements in that game to where you get to a section, it's like, okay, this is going to be pure combat, and then you get through here and it's like, okay, now you've got to explore the area and find this secret place, and then you get in there and you've got to solve a puzzle and stuff like that. So it does have it has that going for it, which breaks up whenever you start to get sick of something.
Yeah, and it's weird that we've revolted against that now. We're like that doing something like that is it's too video gamey.
Yeah,
you're breaking it, and it's like, if it's fun, do it.
Right.
If it's fun, it's okay to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, QuickTime events, not fun.
They were kind of okay. I don't know if it was just something they did in the remake of this or what, but you can, for the most part, power through a QuickTime event. Instead of doing it to kill an enemy, you can just keep hammering them until they die.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you lose the cool badass death animations. Granted,
Sure.
you don't need to see it another time on that same
But you
boss.
get
You don't
6
need
or
to
7
see
hours
pry
into
that
it, and
dude's
you're just
eye open
yeah,
and
and it's
then
just like,
stab it.
all right, I've got this. I've
Yeah,
seen
but just
that.
like seeing him for the first time, it's like how he deals with the harpies, and it's
Sure.
like, okay, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I just there are at least 3 places in that game where it can just fuck right off, and I was very close to saying fuck right off video game. There's a timed puzzle of pushing a goddamn box through a room that has spikes in the floor, which
that's where I quit.
which you can just say fuck that.
That
'cause
is
it's-
where I got, and I never beat that game.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. There, when you're climbing out of Hades, there are rotating towers of spikes that you have to climb up at the exact precise moment and not fuck up, and that is a pain in the ass because if you get hit once, you go all the way back down to the bottom. So yeah, some masochists were making this video game.
Yeah, that is what I remember most about those sequences was you have a window, and literally that window,
Yeah,
there's about 1/10 of a second of give for that. So
it's
you
very unforgiving. I mean,
yeah.
it is.
And do that 6 times in a row.
Yeah,
Like that was the most frustrating thing about that game to me, was just like, and from what I understand too, they got a little away from that. Like it was still there, but they were a little more forgiving, where it was like, all right, you got about an extra half second this time.
Mhm.
But
I enjoyed my time with it. I thought it was pretty entertaining. The remake is very playable. It really doesn't look bad at all. The cutscenes, for whatever appear to be on video, like they didn't have the cutscenes to re-render.
Yeah,
So
it's backwards.
It's very jarring in that you have nice PS3 looking graphics, and then you hit a cutscene, and it is like someone's videotape of a cutscene, and you're just like, ugh,
yeah,
gross.
that was a very weird. I never understood that. Like I guess
They
teams
weren't
just
rendered. I mean, they were done. On the
yeah, I know they were
then you
pre-rendered,
printed,
but it's just like,
No one saved the files. I
do
guess.
teams throw out the assets
guess.
afterwards?
It
I mean,
was-
that's a weird one.
It's kind of weird, but if you've got this, do yourself a favor in the extras section and watch the documentary about the making of God of War, because it is just the douchiest thing I think I've seen in a very long time.
Wow.
It is just a bunch of dude bros saying, play this fucking game, it'll get you laid, blood, 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 gore, 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 fuck everything, and just verbally filleting David Jaffe. It's amazing. It's just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, just gross in a charming way. Like, aw, look at how we were in 2005. That's cute. It's
Well, the thing I've realized about David Jaffe is that's like the only game of his I really like.
yeah.
There's parts of Twisted Metal I like, but on the whole, I don't think those are all that great. And
They were great in like PS1 year. I haven't tried to play them since. Really.
Yeah, I need to try
yeah,
that
last one I
remake.
played was like Twisted Metal Black on PS2,
Right.
which had its moments, but it's interesting to think about that because there's also, there's the sex scenes in that game too. So it's like hearing that, it's like, yeah, you know exactly how those got in.
Yeah.
Because those are kind of like, am I really doing, like, I love that those exist in a world where Grand Theft Auto 3 got yanked off shelves because of the hot coffee mod,
Yeah.
or Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I believe,
Yeah.
which wasn't even in the game
Yeah.
and showed less than they do in God of War.
Yeah.
Because the chicks are just sitting there topless going, come here, big boy. And then you're bumping candles off the nightstand.
It's
it's like,
it goes into
how
a
did
weird
this
perspective
happen?
when that starts to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some elements in that game that I was aware of, but had kind of forgotten. So like when they started to happen, I was like, oh, this is really a thing. I'm gonna have a 3-way with these ladies because that's how this level's gonna start.
Because you're
And there's
Kratos.
a trophy attached to it, so might as well do that.
It's called 3 the Hard Way.
Yes, it is. I believe. I'm pretty sure it is.
Jesus.
So, yeah, I enjoyed that. I was surprised at how well it played. Still, so I'm looking forward to
Do
playing.
you think
the
that
next one.
series is ready for a reboot that has to be coming?
No, I kind of feel like people treat that game like they do the Batman games, which is basically like you did it so well and did everything that I wanted you to do with it. Stop doing it. Never do it again. And other games, don't you dare take elements of it and do that shit. It belongs to this, and I don't want even you to make it anymore. Like, there's really... all of the things that happen throughout this game and the stuff that happens towards the end, you're like, I don't even know how they do a sequel to this. And it's like, there's 3 more of these and some you're going to get to a point where it's just like, hey, remember that one god that they mentioned like in a book one day and he's bad? You know, it's like you run out of
I don't know.
actual badass.
Up to 3 was still good. I never played the...
Ascension?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that and like the Gears of War thing, it was just like,
Yeah.
fuck you. Like, I don't want these games. These games don't need to
I got a copy of
exist.
Ascension for like $5,
Yeah.
which is the only reason I own it.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know. Those games were like, okay, cash grab. Like, just don't even care.
Yeah.
Sure.
Both that and whatever Gears of Judgment. Is that what the Gears of War game is called?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The non-official numbered ones.
Right.
And for how much I enjoy Gears of War, like, it's sad that I was just like, even for $20, I don't think I want that game.
Yeah.
But I God of War really, I think of all the ways I hated how Devil May Cry played, or DMC, or whatever you want to call it. For all the ways I hated how it played, like, God of War is that same thing, but done in its best form.
Ah.
Like, stringing the combos together and just doing all the crazy stuff. Like, it just... I'm still not sure how they got that special sauce that gets it to work the way it does.
Yeah.
You know, much like Batman, where it's like everybody does the same thing as Batman, and yet it never feels right in the way that Batman does.
Well, I think it's similar to what you were saying about. I mean, I hate to go back to Dark Souls, but like, okay, imagine in Dark Souls you've got this enemy that's killed you 4 times. You know, like the most pain in the ass enemy in God of War. Well, when you beat him in this, you fucking eviscerate them, and you're like, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, yes,
Yeah.
that harpy can die. Now
Yep.
that I know how to beat her, she's not hard anymore. But like figuring that out and figuring out her string, it was like, yes, rip her goddamn wings off because she deserves it
Yeah.
for making me die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe it satisfies that bloodlust of like, if you're gonna make this difficult, to make it satisfying when I accomplish it, not just like, oh yay, I did it. But
That trophy is called Rockin' the Boat. by the
okay,
way.
all right.
So, sorry.
Are there any Titans in God of War 1?
Yeah. Not ones that you really encounter. You're on a Titan, because that's where Pandora's Labyrinth is.
I couldn't remember which one that was in.
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorite sequences in the game.
It's pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah, there's still stuff. I have friends who don't even play video games, and I'm like, dude, God of War had this thing
Well,
where I did this.
The
And, like,
spectacle in that game is still impressive. Like, even when you get to a cutscene that's badly, come from a bad source, it is still like, I can see back in the day, this was the shit, because...
That final one, just
I know. But I mean, even like early in the game, when you're kind of running around this terrace outside and Atlas is in the background, fucking shit up.
Yep.
And there are just millions of like arrows and stuff flying through the air at him, and he's just slow-mo, just walking around and just beating the fuck out of everything. And you're just like, I gotta just get to point A to point B. I can't even deal with that right now. But it's, games just weren't doing that back then. It's pretty incredible. So I liked it.
Yeah. And I love that guy can be in the distance, and eventually you're going to be swinging your axe at his toe
Yes.
when you get there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think after 3, that just needs to stop. I don't think there's a way to reboot it. I don't think it needs to be rebooted. I think it's just something that needs to live in memory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I,
think-
guess
I
it's
think they
just
should-
I want something like that with today's capabilities.
I just don't. I mean, like, when I was playing 3, like, in the PS3 era, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, still static cameras and this stuff. I mean, like, I was like, okay, I guess you can't change it because people would lose their shit. But at the same time, I was like, this feels dated. Looks pretty, but this feels really dated in a lot of ways. I mean, it's like, okay, you fixed the QuickTime events and that now they're in the center of the screen and not over here or whatever. It's like
Right.
there's somewhere it made sense. Or actually, I think they actually went on the position of the screen where
Yeah,
they were
they
on
were
the
corresponding to where
Yeah.
the buttons were.
So, like things
So
like
just
that.
putting them in the middle.
Yeah.
Is that what? Did
I think that's what
even
it
do
was.
that on the remake?
The first one pretty much kept them in the middle. It was
Yeah.
not really putting them on the parts of the screen where you would think it would
Yeah.
go. So, but I get what you're saying. I would like to see something on like the PS4 that has that same level of spectacle, like that impressive, like look at this.
Yeah,
Like-
and I guess that's my thing is they can't make that game in that way without somebody going, "Oh, you're just ripping off God of War, huh?"
Of course not. I mean,
You know,
no one really said it, but Rise, right? If you want that game, play Rise. You borrow his copy. You can be done with it in no time at all.
Yeah,
Am
the
I
spectacle in
gonna-
that's pretty cool.
am I gonna chop down a dude who I'm the size of his
Not,
pinky toe?
it's not the same level of scale, but there's still, by the end, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
fucking, okay, there's your crazy shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I should borrow Rise.
Okay.
I have an Xbox One. I can play it.
I will let you borrow it.
It's not
Sweet.
great, but it satisfies some of that scale hack and slash
Yeah.
thing. I mean, by the end, you're like, I do not, like, I never really got tired of fighting dudes in God of War because I knew I could do some crazy shit, and
Yeah.
there were several moves that you could string together that was just like, okay, he's going to do the flip around and then bam, and
Yep.
everybody dies, and that was always satisfying. You never hit that point in Rise. Rise
No.
is like, here's your 10 moves you're always going to see.
yeah.
This quick time event leads to this, and okay, yes, I stab the dude in the back and slice his throat. Great, awesome.
Mhm.
Again, but when you hit those moments, it's like, yes, this
Yeah.
this thing is good.
I think like real quick, and then we can stop talking about God of War. But I think I think the difference between like the satisfaction that I had in God of War versus the satisfaction I had in Rise, and that God of War, it was the difficulty that was giving you the satisfaction of killing dudes. It was like, this fucker is hard, and when I beat him, that's great, and it's satisfying because I just ripped him in half. That's fantastic. In Rise, it's like the story is giving you motivation to really want all these dudes to die. So it works on different levels, I
Yeah.
think. So
Let's talk about difficulty as we
Okay.
move into our next game.
difficulty corner.
I don't know why. At first, I was dismissive of this game, and I keep finding myself going back into it. I keep playing Spelunky, and
Spelunky's good.
I can't explain it. I don't understand why it has my attention, why I keep going back to it, and why I'm basically making no progress. I've not even tried the daily challenges. Not even a thing it's entered in my mind. I'm determined to get to the end of the game at some point.
How far have you gotten? Dare I ask?
Somewhere in the second world. I don't know how many there are. 5, right? Is it 5?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. So every time I get to the second world, I'm like, all right, there's new things, and I think I got to like world 2, 3 once and died. Some
Yeah.
horrible death.
But I think the thing about that game is I feel like I continue to find new things in it. Like either it's a new weapon or a new enemy or a new something
Yeah.
each time, feels like. And that there are just so many bizarre little hidden strategies in that game that like if you've got the chalice at some point, you can pick up the blood from characters that you've killed, when they squirt a little bit of blood in the air, and if you get enough of that, then you get an extra bonus for your health. I mean, there is so much going on with that game, and it's much like Dark Souls, I hate to say, but they don't tell you all of it. They let you figure it out. You're
Yeah.
like, oh wait, holy shit, I can do that? Really? And that's kind of how Spelunky feels to me. And I've rotated between days where I'm like, I'm going to play the shit out of Spelunky. I'm going to get as far as I can. And then other days where I'm just like, I'm going to do the daily challenge. And I'm going to make sure I beat all of my friends in the daily challenge. And then I will only play the daily challenge, and that's like it. It's like, all right, I'm done. Cutting myself off for the day. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that's how you should approach it, is just play the daily challenge and be like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because the thing is like so far in the game, it's I'm not really enjoying like the idea of collecting money. That's not really appealing to me. To me it's a survival thing. I'm playing it almost like FTL, where it's like, what do I have? What are the magic secrets that get me to the end each time? Maybe I'll go slightly out of my way to rescue the girl because that means an extra life. But like I'm not feeling the need to go too far out of my way to get money because it generally ends in, me losing a life or something just because some stupid thing will catch me. And so like it's just weird because I'm like trying to find that magic formula of just get to the end and survive, but get some money because every once in a while you run out of bombs or run out of ropes or something, and I will definitely go out of my way if I see a box because the box always has an item in it. So it's like it's just I'm trying to find that right mix, and I hit a point in the level every time where it's like, okay, new thing, like okay, there's the 4 times larger spider that's in the way that I have to get around.
God, I hate that spider.
Yeah,
I hate that spider so much.
yeah. So I just like that's what. So the idea of like doing the daily challenge and like how many points can I get before the ghost comes out like holds no appeal to me. Like that so far, that's not been what is motivating me to play the game at all. So I don't know. It's weird because it's like it's got the difficulty curve. It's got sort of Twitch-like gameplay of Super Meat Boy and things like that, and it's kind of retro-y graphics. All the things I've just said that I don't like, and I don't know why this one hooks me. No, I cannot explain it.
Because the gameplay's tight, yo.
I guess, yeah. So, I mean, maybe I feel like maybe I've hit a point where I'm not seeing very many new things because, like, I will, get something and be like, oh, okay, so that's what that item does. All right, now I know. And I think I've seen most of the items now, so maybe I'm losing that, like, this was cool because I found this, and now that means I can do this, and but I don't know. Just I would like to figure out the secrets to surviving and just getting through to the end just once. Just
don't get cocky, kid.
Yeah,
that's the big one. Like honestly, like I've found when you get like an awesome item like a shotgun, the urge is to just be like, all right, I'm gonna take out a shopkeeper and I'm gonna do all this shit, and then it's like, nope, you're dead. You're dead. Like I've found the furthest I get is when I treat the game like I'm utterly powerless, and then suddenly I can use the the whatever item I have as a last resort. And it's like, oh, all right, good.
Yeah,
I'm not dead.
Yeah,
but damsels, always grab damsels.
Yeah,
because they give you a heart.
Yep, that's what I try to do. Unless she's like somewhere where it's like, okay, I will lose more hearts getting to her than that it's worth.
Always the balance.
Yep. So I don't know. I've put more time in that than I ever thought I would from my initial trying of it, but I keep going back to it. It's like, got my controller in my hand. Let's do a little Splunky. Why not?
Yeah.
Something about it, man.
Yeah. So going back to the PS4, I talked about Infamous Second Son last time.
Yes.
I finished it, at least with my good playthrough. 100%ed it. Got everything, did everything. Damn. Except for the paper trail thing, which was fucked, and I haven't gone back to try to do it yet. The online, we're going to dole out a little in-game DLC type thing. I completed the first part, and then it was like, okay, go here to submit and get the next one, and it was like, cannot connect server. So I think they fixed it, but I haven't gone back to that save to try to do it. So I started over again doing an Evil playthrough. I was like,
why not?
Yeah, because, I mean, there are points in that game where, like, things happen, and I'm like, how can an Evil playthrough of this feel? Like, because there's things that are, like, pretty terrible, and, like, the people you're fighting against, it's like, how could I possibly pick an evil choice and side with them, or even or turn on these people that I like? I'm like, I don't understand how this could possibly play out. And I was like, now I'm just curious. I have to see this. And I got to say, it's a lot easier to play Evil because, like, you don't worry about, collateral damage or anything like that. It's just like, fuck, blow everything up and kill the bad guys too. And so that aspect of it makes it a lot easier. I've noticed that you sacrifice some things that improve your health. Like, you can get some powers when you're good of, like, take a person down and kind of, like, sap some of their health. So it's actually it makes you like a mage character. Where, like, I'm super powerful, but, you hit me a couple times and I'm dead.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting balance, but yeah, the Evil playthrough is like, Jesus, dude. Like,
Even.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's bizarre so far, but I don't know. I'm still enjoying it. I haven't finished the Evil playthrough, but I think I've got to see it through the end just because I'm pretty close and kind of got to know what happens. Like, how do you end this in the Evil way? Actually, no, I did. I did finish the Evil playthrough. I forgot.
What?
Yeah, no. I hit a point.
That's an exciting ending.
No. Oh god, yeah, no, shit. Oh god, I had like total recall. I actually did finish the Evil playthrough, and like the ending, I was like, fuck me, I'm the worst person ever.
Wow.
Yeah,
you blocked it.
I did.
You're like,
I literally did. Like,
no.
Why? Because I 100%ed it in the good playthrough, so I felt no need to do that in this one. It was like we'll gain nothing from this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I'm just going to mainline the main story and unlock the areas because you need to for fast traveling purposes. But yeah, God, no, I forgot I did finish the Evil playthrough, and it's oh yeah, wow, I really did block it out because like by the end of that, I was like, I am the worst. Like, I am the worst person ever. Yeah, it's funny though because like the credit song makes a lot more sense when you're evil. Like, it's a I don't know, it's a spoiler, but it's not a spoiler. But the credit song is it's a cover of Heart Shaped Box done kind of weirdly, evilly.
Evenly.
Yeah, and I don't think they changed it. It's not like I got a slightly different version for the Evil playthrough. I think it's just like it all of a sudden it played and I was like, I think it just resonated more of like, yeah, I am the worst, like because there's no middle ground in this kind of game. You know, it's like you're good or you're bad.
Yeah.
I forgot
Man,
I forgot how terrible.
I'm
I
sorry
was.
we had to bring that out of you.
Oh, so bad. The tribe is very disappointed.
Oh.
All right, well.
So next
yeah.
one.
That was an exciting story. I'm sorry. I forgot all about the fact that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
wait, I did do
Surprise
it.
ending.
Yeah.
Next one. I'm realizing, should that have been in the PS Plus corner?
I played it on the PC. Was it a PS Plus game?
Didn't Brothers come out on PS Plus?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's on everything. I mean, I played
Okay.
it on Xbox. and-
Okay. But yeah, you played Brothers.
I did. I played it on the PC because I got it. It's funny. I think I did the old bought it on the PC on a sale for like $3 or $4, and then the
Yep.
next day I was like, "Hey, that's coming on PS Plus." I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Yep.
But anyway, so I suppose I played it as pretty as humanly possible. You've already talked about it. A lot of things I would say I agree with. Once I finally started to understand the controls and what they wanted me to do with the puzzles, I breezed through almost everything in the game. Like there was that initial hurdle. I said during the demo, I was like, "The fuck am I supposed to do with the sheep and the bridge thing?" You know, like
Yeah.
I was like, and then I'm going to tell everybody because it's like when I realized what it was, I was like, "Fuck me running," because like I was like, maybe I stand on the bridge with the sheep and somehow then it like registers that there's that much weight. No, you put the sheep in the water wheel and have it start walking itself. And the wheel that I was sitting there hamster wheeling, and I'm like,
Yep.
really? Why would the sheep keep walking? You just be like, fuck you, I'm getting out of this thing. But whatever. This game,
It's a happy sheep.
it's a happy sheep.
It's a game.
Just keeps on walking. But yeah, a lot of the things you said. I mean, it's twisty and turny without really ever any dialogue that you can comprehend, and you get attached to the characters. Sure, it doesn't always work. There's some really weird thematic issues in that. As far as, do you treat this like a fairy tale, and if so, what's? I mean, because it feels like that. It feels like this magical land of a mystical fairy tale thing. But then you have to go, what's the moral? Because a fairy tale is supposed to have a moral, and there are some very fucked up morals in this. If that's the case,
Yeah.
all that aside, I mean, there's some twisted and weird things that happen, and it's a very twisted fairy tale with very twisted morals. I will say, without spoiling it at the end, the game won me over when it had my favorite control, I don't know, gimmick, if you will, since the original Metal Gear Solid. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
My single favorite thing.
Now you know the part where we're all like, "Yep,
Yep.
play to that point."
Yeah.
That point is when that clicks.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean it didn't take me too long for it to dawn on me, and I was like, first thing that popped in my head, I was like, Metal Gear Solid. It's like figuring that out, you felt like a goddamn genius, and maybe that was a little bit more of a stretch, but yeah, it mostly won me over. I definitely say play the game. I don't agree with people of like best thing ever, best game of the year. No, it has issues. It's pretty and interesting and different. I still don't know what the game was trying to tell me.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like for a game to be best of whatever, it has to resonate harder. Like I get what Last of Us was trying to do. I get what Walking Dead was doing. These things like hit me, and it was like,
Yeah,
okay, I
and
get this.
While I liked Brothers, it didn't resonate with me in the way that Journey did. And Journey is a very similar game in that there's no dialogue. There's very much the sense of exploration as you go, but I guess Journey clicks more in that it's telling a very different story. But I definitely see what you mean, where at the end you're not sure what they're trying to say, what their message was,
Yeah.
or if they just wanted to take you on a story where things go very wrong.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, another game that might have been your game of the year.
My game of ever for amount of time.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
think there's another game. But
Game of game.
no, that's probably not true. Civilization 2. I probably still have more time played that in my life.
I could see that.
Yeah.
But you have a new way to play this one.
I do. FTL came out with this advanced edition content, free bonus upgrade for PC, and along with that came the iPad version. Finally, let me talk about the PC version first because the other one might lead us into a corner, perhaps.
It might.
So there's some interesting things in the advanced edition. I very, very, very much appreciate the fact that they allow you to just turn that content off because it very much changes the balancing of the game. And if you like the game how it is, that would be a big deal breaker to just say, yeah, now you have to deal with these other possible things that are in the game that you can use, but the enemies can have them too. And that can make some very annoying things in the game. Like there's a new anti-bot thing, like, you know, bots. There's a ship that's basically built to have lots of bots fighting the robot ship, but now they can have a very cheap, easy to use anti-bot maneuver that's just this little thing that floats around the ship. It's like, oh, you got a bot, pew. You know, it's like kind of like the defense drone, which can shoot down missiles, and if you're a missile ship, it's like, fuck you, game. Like, I can't even hit you. I'm solely based on missiles, and this one little thing is now defending that. So it's a similar counter to the bot ship now. So But I like it. They added a new ship, a new race. The interesting thing is they don't require oxygen. They're a non-oxygen breathing life form. But beyond that, they actually suck the oxygen out of any room in the ship that they occupy.
Ooh.
So it's funny, like, you know, boarders come on your ship and you send these guys after them, and it's like they tend to suffocate before they even do any damage to your crew members. So interesting strategies that can be had with that. So all in all, an interesting update. Definitely changes the way things work and are played. So
For the better?
yeah, and if you don't like them, you know, turn them off.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like I said, that's the neat thing. It's like right when you're setting up the game, it's like advanced features on or off, and you're back to the old original game.
Yeah. It just sounds like they added more rock, paper, scissors to the original rock, paper, scissors of that game that was really like a 12 symbol version of rock,
Right.
paper, scissors. But
Yeah. So that's all well and good, and I put some more hours on and beat it with the new ship and whatnot. They also added, it now has easy mode, normal mode, and hard mode, which normal mode was always hard mode, so I can't even imagine what hard mode is now. So
you just fail.
Yeah.
Like you hit start and it's
Yeah.
like, you died.
Yeah.
Your ship just explodes.
you fail typing in the name of your ship.
USS.
Wrong name.
Yeah, that
Dead.
name has already been used. You must come up with something unique, like an AOL screen name. Good luck.
All right.
All right, so let me talk about the iPad edition. That, in my head, was going to be the death of me. Like, being able to take FTL wherever I went was going to be the literal death of me. I realized at 300 or so hours prior to the iPad version coming out, I can barely play the iPad version. I've become so reliant on my keyboard shortcuts in playing that game that I barely use the mouse. That, like, when it was like, now you only have a mouse, I was like, I don't know how to play this game anymore. You know, so it's good. I mean, if you're a heavy mouse playing FTL person, if you never touch your keyboard, like you just control everything, you know, with the mouse, yeah, great. But like not having, I mean, almost anyone who plays FTL more than once is going to use at least the spacebar, because the spacebar pauses the game and lets you figure out what you need to do.
Right.
But now you have to. There's a button. Thankfully, some things just automatically pause the game, like when you click, you know, tap the weapons and where you need to pick where to aim them. It's just, all right, I will auto pause that. But there's a lot of things that, like enemies boarding, you know, just being like, fuck spacebar, let me figure out what room they're in and go get them. So, you know, now it's like, okay, where's that button? Click, you know, touch. So it works really well. It's just not the most intuitive interface. Maybe if I had one of those iPad cases with the keyboard, you know,
You
who
can
knows?
get one.
I don't even know if if it would translate. That's the
okay.
thing. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
But-
did basically redo the entire game, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean,
so it worked with all the touch controls.
yeah. So I mean, like I said, that the loss of the spacebar alone, besides all the other keys that I'm used to hitting, like having all your weapons on the number keys and things like that. I mean, I knew all the keyboard shortcuts for flooding all the ship with opening all the doors and the hatches, to repel borders really easily. But yeah, it's difficult. I have beaten it once or twice on the iPad, but it seems like more of a slog than fun. It's like I'm just fighting the touch control aspect. Well done, albeit, but
That's a bummer.
not used to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I find myself just going back to the PC one.
Oh,
Oh well, it's a thing.
it is.
Deal with it.
Yeah. So let's round right into Mobile Corner.
Okay.
Yeah,
With
mobile
with
corner.
another thing.
Uh-oh.
I bought a thing,
Okay.
and now I'm going to talk about that thing.
Go.
I bought an NVIDIA Shield.
What's that?
It's an Android-powered gaming device.
Oh.
Oh, like an Oya.
Yes, just like an Oya.
Why? It's not a Jewish gaming device.
Oi.
Oh, yeah.
Oya.
Oi! Oi, you wanker!
Oh, it's
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah!
It's the Macho Man device.
Okay.
There you go.
So, NVIDIA came around, I think, right about the beginning of April and said, you know what? We've kind of tinkered around with this NVIDIA Shield thing long enough. It's time to actually make it do what you probably wanted it to do all the time, which is it was always designed to stream your Steam games onto this device. And so you could play it anywhere in your house, not tied to your computer. Problem is that it didn't work outside the house. Until April 1st, they were like, yeah, that's in beta. It's going to work better over time. But it's coming, and it's here. And in celebration of that, we're going to drop the price $50 on the NVIDIA Shield. So I thought, all right, you got me, game. You got me, game thing. I will give this a try. Because at the very worst, you've got a very powerful little Android gaming device with a very nice controller. If you take out the Steam streaming thing, even in your own house, I mean, you can load up emulators, you can load up full-on Android games. Yeah, at the very least, you've got that, and a decent amount of storage and all that. It is a well-constructed thing. It's incredibly well put together. I was shocked at the build quality on this thing.
It's heavy, too.
It's heavy. It is a big device. It is not a pocket device. This is like, I am walking around with this motherfucking Shield right now. Because
Yeah.
you're going to have it out. You're not putting it in a pocket, maybe a
That
backpack.
thing can stop a bullet.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the streaming thing works in the house. I've done that. It works relatively well. Almost actually a little bit better than I thought it would over Wi-Fi and whatnot. I cannot get it to work outside the house yet. Now I don't fault them on that because they did. They said it's very much says beta. But I first took it to work and I was like, tried it and nothing. I was like, all right, that might just be my work being dickheads and blocking ports and things like that.
Sure.
So I took it over to somebody else's, also on Comcast, completely open internet. Still couldn't get it to work. So, don't know what the secrets are to that. I'm sure it's some ports thing, blah, blah, blah. Open this up to put it out to the internet. Who
Check
knows?
your NAT.
Yes, that kind of bullshit. So, at the end of the day, I don't know that I care. Because, it's got a really nice screen on it. It's a 5-inch touchscreen Android, brand new Android KitKat, all that good stuff. They're going to keep it updated. It's powerful enough to run plenty of stuff. It's a hell of an emulating device. It's probably the emulating device, if you had to pick one.
Go on.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you want a mobile, they've got those weird little, Japanese devices that you can buy that are, basically an emulating machine. They're
I've got one,
Yeah.
like the 32FX
MOBA,
or the...
yeah, those what were they, PCFX or PGFX?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
They've never quite gotten one of those right.
Yep,
I've
they've
seen-
always just been really close.
Like, they're like, well, this one has cool buttons, but then it's got a little weird, almost analog stick, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want an analog stick to play NES games. And then the next one was like, all right, it's got an analog stick, but the buttons are kind of another analog stick, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Put buttons, you assholes! So they never quite get it right.
Yeah.
But this is basically a 360 controller with a screen mounted on it, for all intents and purposes.
Like that.
The analog sticks are kind of sunken in because you need to be able to close the screen, which is, I would assume for extended gaming a little strange. But the D-pad's solid, the buttons are solid. You got the triggers if you need them. It takes a little bit of doing to get emulators to work right because you've got to map buttons and whatnot. But you can do it once, and it's like, all right, well, my NES emulator be these buttons, and so it works very well. And it emulates the Strange games. It emulates Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, the one that can never get emulated. a lot of things can do that now. That used to always be the one that would
Yeah.
fuck up, get weird artifacting and stuff.
Does this device have any video out capabilities?
Yes, it does. It has a I think micro HDMI out,
Ooh.
and you can actually put it into console mode, where if you have a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, you can just play remotely from it.
Oh, okay.
Or even another Bluetooth joystick of some kind.
That sounds cool.
I think maybe people have figured out how to hook up PS controllers to them since they're Bluetooth, but
Nice.
I don't know can't say for positive because I haven't tried.
Okay.
But yes, you can set it into like a sit on my TV and play these games on a larger screen
Okay.
mode. So
That sounds.
they're doing interesting things with it, and I think it has potential as long as it doesn't die on the vine. I think
Which a lot of these things tend to
yeah,
do.
They do. I mean, I knew it was a gamble, but I was like, this might be a fun little gamble device. And like I said, because it's Android and the wealth of Android apps that are out there, on the store or otherwise.
Should do some side loading.
I don't even know what that is.
That's just how you get shit on your Android without.
Oh, I thought that was like you go to the webpage and look up side boobs.
Yes.
I don't know.
Exactly
That
what it
too.
is.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, at the very, very worst, I have Vice City on there. I can play Vice City on the go. That's basically a perfect recreation of Vice City.
I have it on my phone. It plays like shit.
Yeah, well, now I have full control, so I can play some Vice City.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It hasn't aged like I wanted it to. They probably should have left that one buried, but it's there if I ever want to relive it. It's a proper Android game, no emulation needed.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got potential. Like I said, at the very worst, it's probably the best emulation device you can buy. And you got a couple days. Well, you got today. You can buy it for $50 off.
Not happening.
Hope you're on the live stream.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sorry.
So
Should I go and talk about other hardware or go in the order that we have on there? I don't have much to say about this. I'll just segue into it real fast.
Okay.
So while I'm talking about hardware, I also took my Space Shield and decided to upgrade to a Space Phone. I dropped my iPhone because I started to realize all of my gaming I did on my iPad in the iOS, and that's what iOS is good for, is the best games and the most games and apps that work. I hate to say it. Look, I play both sides of this fence. It doesn't matter to me. But I was like, I want a different phone. I want a bigger screen phone and things that the iPhone can't do. So I got an Android phone, and there are games on it. I can play Space.
Nice.
I can play Space Noise the game now with BJ and friends.
Oh
so,
man, I can't
Go
wait to hear about
Ingress, huh?
those stories. Yeah, great.
I'm probably not going to because I don't have time to go driving around to random places. But
Do it
whether
at the
it's there-
places you go to anyway.
Yeah, I don't go to those public places really.
All right, well.
I don't hang out in a lot of parks and monuments and things really.
Okay.
Probably should more, but I mean, I got threes on it. So let's just segue right into that.
Threes.
I'm still playing threes,
Threes is a game to play.
and I'm still terrible at it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I've got it on my new Space Phone and I got it on my iPad, but I'm terrible at the threes.
I feel bad we had to tell you that it shows you the next tile
Yeah, well,
on the top of the screen.
yeah, well, it didn't really help. Yeah, I mean, it helped some, but not much.
Yeah,
Really?
I stopped playing threes. I just realized
I hit my 8,000 pinnacle.
I just hit a wall of like I can't. There's no amount of effort in my brain to get any higher than this. I'm wasting time. So I kind of had to stop. But I mean I probably put 25 hours into threes all added together. I'm kind of glad there's no counter in there because it's frightening how much threes I was playing.
What, doesn't put it in Game Center?
No, you just put your high score in Game Center.
Oh,
Yeah.
doesn't count
Luckily.
time. That's cool.
Luckily.
No, that's good because like I hate to see like Scurvy Scallywags or things like that. Like how much time I spent.
Oh
on that.
God. I know.
Or fucking Plants vs Zombies 1 on the iPad.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it's interesting the whole what's happened with that, where it got cloned, and then like
Oh, and the clone is
all
the
anyone
number one
talks
thing
about
on
are the clones.
Yeah.
because they're free.
Yeah, when I see people tweet out their score, like in one of the clones, I really just want to reply and go, "You fucking asshole!
Yeah.
How dare you?"
How dare you,
Well, I mean-
sir?
I can see why people enjoy, especially 2048 more, is because it's a hell of a lot easier. But to me, that's kind of robs it of any of the fun because it's like, okay, I can get a perfect score, great,
Yep.
just by playing the corners. getting everything into the corners and going.
Yep.
Whereas 3s, it's sometimes you're getting a shit run, and that was the hand you were dealt. So deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I know there have been plenty of times where I was like, I can combine two 384. I can get it. I got a 384 and I got a 192, and then I got a 192 real close over there. And I can get those, and I can get one number higher. And then I realized I would have to do that 3 more times after that to get the highest number, which apparently nobody has done yet.
I can believe it.
They've said nobody has successfully done that, which they consider beating the game, is being able to unlock all the number combinations up to that point.
What's the highest number?
Oh, God. I'm at 384, and whatever 384 times 2 is, someone got a calculator?
7 something.
768.
Sure.
So now multiply that by 2.
15.
Yeah, you guys.
I don't know.
15.
That's why I'm bad at 3s. Did I not just say I'm bad at 3s?
Okay. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
So
Math.
Let's do
Fuck
384
math.
times 2 equals 768 times 2 equals 1536 times 2 equals 3072 times 2 equals 6144.
Okay. So no
So,
one's
yeah.
gotten 6144 yet.
No,
Good.
nobody.
I believe it.
Yeah,
It's hard.
it's really hard because the
Fucking
game.
happy I got a 192.
Yeah, because the game is just like, nope.
Yeah.
I mean, because it'll give you 2 open spots, and guess what? The one where you don't need that piece is exactly where that piece is going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the most frustrating thing about that game.
Yep.
Is knowing like, all right, if that falls in place, I'm combining it to 2 384s. I've got it all lined up, and then it'll drop in the wrong one, and then it's like, no, well now you have to move it this way, and it's a tricky game, but I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I still play it. Apparently, I'm now the only one who's still playing it, but
I'm playing it
Probably
badly.
playing it.
I'm playing it badly.
yeah.
Yeah, I bought it again on another device. So
I just had to move on. I just realized that I'd hit my limit. Like, my brain can no longer process this game to where I'm
Yeah.
going to get any better at it. So I need to do something else with my
Yeah,
time.
and it's interesting, like in reading up all the stuff from the guys who made it, that they've written after, I think it was like not Wall Street Journal, but like major newspapers were like 2048. Look at how this guy made it. The guys, he made it in a weekend, and
Yeah.
these guys are like, "Fuck you! We worked for a year,"
Mm-hmm.
and this guy took our idea, ran with it for a weekend, and now,
Yeah.
he's getting newspaper interviews and all that.
It's gross. It's
Yeah.
just really gross.
And but it was really interesting to see what the stuff they discussed. They discussed doing free to play, and undos selling as DLC or as microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
They're just all these different things. It's like, this is what you do when you work on a game for a year. That's this simple, but how do you make money off of it?
I got to be honest. Had there been pay to undo in this game,
Holy God.
I would have spent money.
Yep.
I would have given them money, because there have been times where I've been like, shit, I absolutely did not mean to do that.
Yep.
I was just like tracing a spot on the phone, just trying to figure
Yep.
something out, and it just moved everything
And
where
it
I didn't
locked.
want it to go. And I was like, shit.
Or you were doing that and you had an alert pop up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah,
So-
I would have given them money.
Yeah, and I think that was the thing, is they felt gross.
Good.
They said we felt like it felt gross doing that. And and that's why I want to support them, and I gave them my $2 because
Yeah.
it's like, you are guys who are making games the way I want people to keep making games.
Yeah.
I don't want it to go down the Candy Crush road of you have to pay to beat this.
Yeah.
I did it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did your part then.
Yeah.
You're one of the good ones.
I'm just terrible at the game, but I'm a good person.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Buck up, little guy.
I should have bought it on sale. Then I should have just waited for it to go off sale and then buy it. Then I'd be the best person. But
Yeah.
no.
You think about these things, and I just wonder what happens with the App Store and all that, where people aren't even willing to pay $2 for a game that's just better designed than 2048 is, and I feel it's a better game because it has so much more depth to it.
Because most of the audience is children.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
fucking
considering
Flappy
they've had
Bird.
to add that stuff in, like they had to change the Apple terms of service,
Yeah.
where there's a kids area where DLC that isn't just tap a button to download this, because
Right.
apparently that's been an issue.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Is kids just playing Smurf Village or whatever and being like, oh, you want to speed this up? Just spend some of whatever.
Sure, absolutely. I want to speed this
Yeah,
up.
buy some
I'm a kid.
blueberries and you'll go right through this.
Smurf berries.
And kids running up,
Smurf your Smurfberries, you smurfing mother smurfer.
kids running up like a $2,000 bill on their parents' credit card.
It's this generation's
Because they don't
976 number.
Yeah, because they don't even. Well, but apparently a lot of it is just they don't even know.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, I used the password I used to unlock the iPad. And it's like, well, fuck me. Probably shouldn't have made that the same as my account password.
Right.
I will say, okay, going back to Space Phone one more second. If I had kids, you hold down this little button right here. Look at this, kid mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's kid mode?
It locks you out of everything and turns it into like bigger icons with happy little,
Happy
la
little
la
trees.
la la music and everything.
Oh.
Smart.
And you can't buy anything, can't go. You can actually say like, oh, you're allowed to play this app, this happened, but you can't buy or do anything.
Man,
Smart.
Apple needs to do that shit.
I want one of your phones.
Just saying, that's the wave of the future. Is you got to.
iPhone 6.
I honestly like if you want the answer of how you fix this is you need to make it where free is such an unpleasant experience. It needs to be like, remember when they were giving away the free PCs and it was like screen and ad,
Yeah.
where it looked
Yep.
like CNBC the reverse way.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's what they need to do with these things. Like
Yeah, the tiny banner ad needs to be half the screen.
yeah, and like I mean, it should just be a goddamn minefield of like, oh, if you click here, you're accidentally giving us 99 cents.
And every 30 seconds you have to watch a 2-minute commercial.
Absolutely. It will kill itself. I mean, I have a hope that eventually it will kill itself because it will just shoot itself in the foot, and everyone will be like, "Nope, I'm buying the 99-cent app that I never have to see this stuff."
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that somebody just has to do it so badly that that it kills the whole idea.
Well, let's do it. Let's just make free to play the app, and it's nothing but ads.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep thinking you're going to get to content, and you never do.
Yeah, I would say like make like something that's like a stock trading sim. So it's just banners of shit going everywhere, and then like subliminal text of like an ad comes on there as well, and people are like, oh no, I sold all my things, and if I gotta trade and invest in strawberries, I gotta give you all the monies.
These are great ideas.
Yeah.
It'll be like all the best bits of Farmville and Candy Crush together.
Yes, finally.
Yeah. Side note,
Mm-hmm.
just talking about free to play, I quit on Tiny Death Star.
Okay.
And it was weird because I don't even kind of remember what did it. I just kind of drifted off from it. Like, and then I came back and they're like, "Oh, we got like 50 new floors worth of stuff," and I was almost like, "I don't want that." Like, it's weird that they hit the point where they were updating too frequently.
That's exactly. I was like, I am 3 floors away from having built every floor, and they were like, here's all these new floors. I was like, nope, don't want. I was almost done with your game.
If they gave us a dozen new ones each month, that would have probably kept me around. But they're doing like a dozen new ones every week. So it's suddenly like, holy shit, there's all sorts of stuff going on here. And I look at it and I'm like, I don't want to deal with any of that.
Nope.
Because that's a game where once you get too much, it's unwieldy to even play it. So to keep cramming content into it seems like the wrong way to go.
Yes.
Or at least to keep cramming the same content into it and not adding anything new or unique to it. So
I do believe that nobody has time for that.
no,
No.
ain't nobody.
I know.
So you made time for something else.
I did.
And I guess this is mobile, but it's also on PC.
It is linked.
Yep.
So in my, I think it was me loading up Diablo 3 and also hearing about the news. All of it kind of culminated in my brain of like, I should get back into Diablo 3. Oh, also Hearthstone is on iPad now. I've thought about trying that out, but I never think about it when I'm sitting on my computer.
Sure.
So it's free. It's free to play. I'm going to get Hearthstone on the iPad, see what this is all about. And that's a fun little game. Apparently you can buy your way to victory, sort of. I mean, you can buy virtual, hidden packs that you don't know what you're getting. I have felt zero desire to do that whatsoever. But I guess people do. I guess it's making a lot of money, so whatever. I guess good on them for that if that's the way people want to play. So I to me, like it's that it harkens back to the age old back when people used to actually play Magic the Gathering. Is there was actually something infinitely satisfying to beat somebody with a deck, let's say worth like $20 or $30, somebody who had obviously spent all the money on their deck, and
Yeah.
and you beat them with just strategy, and I feel like I'm gonna encounter that at some point in this, where people are gonna be throwing cards. I'm like, what the fuck is that rare ass card? What is that? And then I'm just gonna beat them with the most basic cards that I have. I have a couple of rares because as you do little challenges in it, it'll be like, here's some Blizzard coins, or I'm making this all up. I don't know what they're called.
Okay.
They're like, here's some things, have a free pack on us, and it's not that big a deal. It's like, okay, whatever the challenges that came up, won 3 games or played 3 games or did this X number of times in a week. Here's a free pack. Okay, cool. There's some things. That one's semi-decent, nifty. But that's as far as it went. I feel like you can make a decent enough strategy with the most basic cards that are in the game. So if you're into those like card battle game things, collecting all your Pokemons and showing people, this is a very interesting way to scratch that itch, and it's executed very well on both the PC and the iPad. The fact that it's all linked together through your Blizzard account is very nice. So they're not trying to double dip you or anything like that. Like, oh, you want to play over here, and then it gives a whole another set of time and money. It's evil free to play. Moguls. You didn't know that's how they sound?
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's a thing that you like, I mean, if you're into that at all, which I've always kind of had a little bit of a thing ever since Magic. I've never completely let that bug that hit me die. I drifted from Magic to the Star Wars card game that they had, and tried some others along the way, and tried some of the like the Marvel card game and things like that they've had games for, and they've been interesting and held my attention for periods of time. And they've been coming out with yearly Magic the Gathering games on the PC since I don't know when.
360.
Yeah.
PS3.
Yeah.
I have like 3 of them on the 360. I don't even know why.
I've never played any of them.
Yeah, I've never.
I mean,
me
they
either.
scratch the itch. They let you build the most powerful deck because it's like, you know what, I want that card. I don't have to buy 50 packs to maybe get it. Trade somebody or whatever. It's like there's the strategy of building a deck and playing, but it's free essentially. You're only paying the price of the game, and this is similar. I mean, like I said, there's a little bit of a disgusting aspect of the fact that you can buy in-game cards, but at the same time you don't need to. You know. And I don't know. I'm enjoying it. It's fun and it's clever, and it is very strange playing it on the iPad though, because when you play against other people, there's not really any way to chat.
Oh, yeah.
That you can emote with your character, but it's I'm assuming on the PC you can actually type and GG and all that stuff.
Oh, GG.
Yeah. Good luck, have Batman, all that stuff. But yeah, no, it's just kind of a weird silent experience where I was very obviously going to beat this guy, and I guess there's a concede button, which I didn't even know. Like I was very much going to take this guy down, and he just concede, and was like bowed or something like great before then. I was like, okay, I guess I won, yay!
Good job.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Totally beat that guy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's popular. Crazy popular. People love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I got for Mobile Corner.
Mobile Corner's done?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Should we talk about something else popular?
Okay.
Sure.
Emails.
Yeah.
We're popular this month.
Are we?
We should take an extra week every month because we got a whole bunch of emails.
Well, hit us.
Lay us on them.
Let's.
All right.
Lay us on them.
Yes, lay us on them. Lay out the emails on this table, and we will
like
crawl
a
upon
bed
them.
of roses.
All right.
Print them all out and
All right.
you wallow in them.
Well,
Wallow. I want
here
to
you
frolic
go.
on them.
So first one up, your friend of mine, Tunnelman,
Tunnelman. Yeah.
aka Ryan, the Tunnelman.
Hey, that's a guy in Spelunky.
I think that's where he got his name.
Oh.
What?
Anyway, his email's titled Dork Souls.
Uh-oh.
He says, "Sup, nerds. Like the world's most obnoxious moth, I'm drawn to Dark Souls talk. I'll try to keep it short, but I just wanted to mention a few things. Game mechanics and systems in Dark Souls and Demon Souls can be pretty obtuse. Kindling, reverse hollowing, and humanity in general is not explained well enough at all in Dark Souls, despite their significant importance." And I totally agree with that. If you play the game for 2 hours and make no physical progress in a level and feel like you haven't gained anything, you need to approach it differently. Even in instances that you don't physically make forward progress, you should still be memorizing enemy locations, learning from your mistakes, and be formulating better approaches. Dark Souls rewards those who take their time and try to take a lesson from each and every death. Absolutely look up obtuse information or items in wikis or videos. It'll ease some frustration stemming from those issues. Reportedly, Dark Souls 2 is significantly better at explaining game mechanics and general systems and stats. I would maybe suggest going straight there if you feel like that's what's holding back your experiences. Praise the Sun, Tunnelman. You will hear Praise the Sun a lot when Dark Souls comes up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's this one really weird knight you meet he's there to find the sun.
Oh.
To worship, and he comes off as kind of insane,
Sure.
but he says praise the sun, so everyone says praise the sun.
Praise the sun.
So, thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
And I agree with everything he said. He said it a little better than I've been saying it, but yeah.
Well,
Like,
why don't we get him on the podcast then? What are you doing here?
Because Skype sucks, that's why.
Oh, that's right.
And hey, did you just say, what am I doing here? I'm here to read emails, Chuck.
Oh, right.
Why the hell
What are
think I'm
you doing here?
What's your job?
Put him in BJ's chair.
All right, so keeping this going, we got Jay from California,
Hi, Jay.
who his email's titled Retsu Grump's Dark Sterling 2 Set Us Up the Giant Bomb.
Huh?
I
Is he
What you
promoting another
say?
show?
yeah. Hey, No Quarters crew. Jay from California here, and I wanted to talk about a weird convergence of things that led me to the realization that Dark Souls 2 is the game I've spent the last 6 years trying to find. It all started with the hosts of Retsupare and Giant Bombs, Brad and Vinny, talking almost constantly about Dark Souls. Normally, I tend to shy away from positive buzz, but these four gents seemed so passionate about this game that it led me to pre-order the sequel and guide. A few restarts and a good 10 hours of Dark Souls 2 playtime, and I can confidently say I love this game. It's hard to describe the feeling when you die and say, oh yeah, that's what I did wrong, because 99% of the time, your deaths are all your fault. Then fail 3 more times, only to perfectly do what you want to do all along and shout, yeah, fuck you, Skeleto. Shit, where did he come from? Added to that, the exploration and learning how to adapt weapons, armor, and stats to your playstyle, and Dark Souls 2 quickly becomes the most rewarding way to spend an evening, making little progress in the story/dungeon, while making huge progress towards understanding the game. It was around this same time that I started watching the Game Grumps Shadow of the Colossus Let's Play. Hype had killed all interest I had in this game, as I knew it could never live up to it. After watching the Let's Play to the end, I decided to give the game a shot. Thanks, PS Plus. Danny was right when he complained about the awkward controls, but I soon adjusted and took down my first Colossi. I may never come back to it, but I'm happy I gave it a shot. The final piece of the puzzle was when Square Enix announced they were shocked by the overwhelmingly positive reaction to Bravely Default, and Jim Sterling released a vlog. I love that word, vlog.
Not a word.
It's a video log. Vlog about it, where he basically said, the game industry is shocked that after 6 years of force-feeding us Call of Duty clones in an attempt to woo that market and reap their billions of dollars, that gamers would positively react to something that's not a fucking Call of Duty clone. It was then that I realized I spent the last 6 years believing I wanted what the game industry was selling me, while allowing hype to kill any interest in anything different, only to give something different a shot and love it. The lesson here is to try the games you think aren't for you because they may be the breath of fresh air you need. Ghost Ride the Colossi, J out, sent from my Sharp X68000.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a good model of Sharp.
that's
I'm sorry, can you read that one over again?
no,
I didn't get all that.
But yeah, Dark Souls again. There's a certain point where you're just like, all right, yeah, this is what I was looking for. God, another long email coming up here, and he obviously that's what's so weird about Dark Souls is people get just this freaking enthusiasm for it that they can't hold back. They're like, and it's kind of like, why doesn't everybody love this? And it's like, no, at the beginning it sucks. Like it's hard as shit to play that game.
Well, it's amusing watching you guys talk about it on Twitter because I know none of the proper nouns for this thing.
And there is.
And when you guys get into your whole like, well, I went to the Earl of Vlotherberry and then he gave me the Axe of Wielding and I cast 2 flurns on him and I'm just like, man,
I used my entire sack of flogs. Vlogs.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
casted
it
vlogs.
It's cryptic as shit.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is it's like, but everyone knows.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, just like Diablo 2 was just like, oh, you got how many Stones of Jordan do you have? You know, and that was like the currency.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being in a club where you get a secret handshake and shit.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The enthusiasm just leaching through from Carlo. He's like, fuck yeah, Dark Souls. Woo! Bring it.
I was more music on this club, the same club that transplanted to anything else that
I
they
know.
don't like, and it'd be like, oh, you fuck nerds.
Exactly. Like I said, it. those of us that like Dark Souls are insufferable about it because it's like
I just that all right. Part of that is like what gets me. It's like this clunky ass, hard ass game. Okay, different it may be. Yes, give you that. But like I don't. That's the part of it that really gets me. It's like why do you suddenly feel the need to insult every other game? Like that's
I'm not about that.
No. I know. I'm responding to the email. That to me, all right. I hate to say it, but you're getting into Dark Souls hipster territory, and this is my problem with hipsters. Is there's nothing wrong with your organic honey mead beer, whatever that you're drinking, but don't tell me that if I happen to enjoy Budweiser, which I don't, but if I did, I'm not a worse person for it. You know, that's where hipsters are insufferable. If I want to play popular game A, it's not for you. Don't go out of your way to tell me your game is the way. You know that.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that's the thing that.
I guess I kind of did that a little bit when I'm saying an inch of progress in that game feels to me like beating an entire level in Call of Duty.
Yeah, no. I like I said, I don't begrudge people for liking it. Just you don't have to shit all over everything else. That's what I'm getting at. Is like, if that's what you like, that's great. That's your thing.
I'm glad that it has become that popular that because there really doesn't feel like there's anything else like it. And I think that's the other part of it is there are hard games, but there aren't games like that. So
yeah,
and I think that's why everyone gravitates to it so much.
I mean, and look, I've gravitated towards hard games. I like Spelunky. I've obviously played a little bit of FTL. You know,
a little.
Yeah.
What did you say? 350 hours.
Yeah, sure.
A little.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on because we still got way more emails.
Yep.
Next one up is Corey, who his email's titled "Too Many Games" or "I'm Crazy." Says, "Hello, NQ crew. I wanted to know if you guys ever have a problem that I'm currently facing. I think I went overboard with next-gen gaming, and I bought way too much. I currently am finding it hard to actually pick a game to sit down and play because I have so many. This isn't an issue of I have a giant pile of shame. I don't know where to begin, but simply I am overwhelmed by my choices. I have an Xbox One with 8 games. I have only finished 1, technically 2 if you count Titanfall, and I can't bring myself to put a disc in the console for fear of neglecting another game. It may sound like a stupid problem to have, but most people have said to me, just sit and fucking play. But what ends up happening is I play Diablo 3 or Hearthstone because I know what I'm getting, and I've already invested hundreds of hours and feel as if I should just keep racking up hours instead of investing in new worlds. I'm wondering if the scale of $60 games are just becoming too big to buy a new game every other week. I have Forza 5, Assassin's Creed 4, Dead Rising 3, Lego Marvel Superheroes, all of which require a large investment of time, but I actually do have the time to invest currently. I actually do have the time to invest currently, so it isn't the typical "I have no time" excuse. Maybe I'm going nuts. Who knows? Do you ever have an issue where you simply can't play anything because you just have too many games? If so, how do you defeat that? And should I just sell NBA 2K14 and Dead Rising 3 so I don't feel overwhelmed? Help me, please. Sorry for the long email, but I'm currently sitting in a corner of my office pretending to play music on my Rock Band guitar. On Expert, of course, because this issue is driving me mad. From Corey.
Yeah, you have to jump in one. You just have to pick one. I think, especially with big games like that, you can't social butterfly them. You won't ever get the enjoyment out of it. Like, I can't even imagine, like, jumping in and playing 2 hours of, like, GTA 5 and then, like, floating over and playing something else for a little while. Like, you just, I mean, big games require your undivided attention to get them.
Yeah.
I think that's why I've stuck with Dark Souls. Is because I know if I go to something else and I come back, I'm going to suck again. I'm going to have forgotten all the stuff that I needed to know.
Right. First thing you need to know is that games are inanimate objects. They're not going to feel your neglect. So you can put that out of your head right now. The second thing, just pick a game, start playing it, and if you get to a point where you're like, I don't enjoy this, put it aside. Yeah. Play something else. Like, you've got Forza 5. You can play that for an hour, and you're going to know if you're going to want to keep playing it or not. If you're not, put it aside. Start playing Lego or something. You start playing a game like Lego, and you're like, I want to see this through to the end. So play it. Yeah. Just play your games.
Yeah, I mean, that option shock thing.
I have that.
When you have 1,000 options, that's way harder than when you have 2 or 3.
Sure, absolutely. And I've got this fucking cabinet full of old and new games that I'm just like, I need to play these. And it does sort of become like that Netflix option of all these choices. What do I pick? And you spend more time looking than you do actually watching or playing anything. But
That's why. Okay, I don't think I mentioned this last show, but I figured out the best thing I've ever done with Steam. Because it became insane. Like just looking at, especially when we turned on the family sharing, and I suddenly can see most of Mackey's games in there, except for the games we're in, the live ones, which are like fuck you,
Sure.
no sharing. Folders are your friend. Make folders in Steam. Make lots of folders in Steam. First one I made, completed through every game in there that I more or less done with. Minimize that folder.
Yeah.
Don't even look at them.
Yeah.
And then I made like fucking sucks folder. Like I'm never going to touch this game. Like I put Dino Horde in there. I'm like never going back to this. Not thing I got for free or cheap. Don't care. Never
Right.
going back. Get all the things out of your Steam library that you don't even want to look to. And then I started prioritizing like these are the ones I've actively thought in the last like month or two I need to play this game. Put it up there so it's just sitting at, because that's the other thing is like if you name it right, you can have it sit right up there at the top next to your favorites and
Yeah.
just boom. Like, I mean, so obviously you can't do that with games, but I mean you could take your completed games off the shelf, set them aside,
Right.
like in a closet or something, and start ordering them. Like saying like, here's the 5 I think I want to tackle next. Here's ones that I'll get to eventually, but I don't have any desire whatsoever. And
Yeah.
it makes a huge difference. Like when you walk over and you go like, yeah, 3 games, cool. What am I playing?
And was that Podcast Corey or Random Corey?
No, it's podcast. Corey.
Podcast Corey. Okay.
For the love of gaming.
Yes. Do what I did with Harlow. He had started playing Remember Me, and I was like, "Oh, I have that." And then I was like, "Well, I'll play that because then we'll both have something to talk about, and it won't just be one person playing a game." So, like, if your friends, like, if someone is like, "I'm playing Dead Rising 3," then say, "Well, I'm going to start playing that too," and then you and I can talk about it as we go. That's a good motivator, really.
Dude, make a segment on the show. Have people vote on what you play.
Yeah, just put a poll out there
Yeah,
and
put a
say,
poll.
"Pick my game."
Yeah, and it always works better when more than one person has played a game.
Yeah.
As you can tell from our discussion.
I mean, it's safe. It's safe to keep going back to Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is the same. It might ramp up in difficulty a little bit, but Diablo 3 is the poor man's WoW. You could just always go back to it. It will always be there, and it will always be a loot pinata. And, you keep going back to it. And I'm guilty of it. I mean, it's fun. It feels more freeing than WoW because you don't have that, like, oh, I'm paying $15 a month. I should probably play this and get my money's worth. It's just you buy it once and it's there, But they satisfy that same itch. I mean, everyone talks shit about WoW, but if people can survive on playing nothing but WoW every single day, good on you. You're living life pretty awesome because your gaming budget is $15 a month.
Yep, cheaper than that if you paid for more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Total side note.
Uh-huh.
Since you mentioned WoW, there was I want to say it was Gameological had an article on there about visiting the dead areas of WoW.
Oh yeah,
That was really good.
That sounded amazing. Like I was thinking about that. I was thinking about places that would just be a fucking ghost town now.
Yeah, because apparently the first expansion, I think was it
Burning Crusade.
Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
They had starting areas for the new races they created.
Right.
But then when they added the new expansions, they didn't make like fast travel links to those cities. So now nobody is ever in them.
So
you could be on a full server and go to this area and you will not see another soul.
Wow.
So it's like just wandering around this weird.
Oh, so like you're saying you have to
Ghost
like
town.
you'd have to go back to original WoW, run to the place where the tunnel was that got you there originally, and that's the only way into like Burning Crusade area. Period.
I think
As
those
what?
cities, yes.
Yeah. Well, because that is how it worked originally. It was like
Yeah,
you
I never
ran,
played on that. I only
Yeah.
played WoW before there were any expansions,
Well-
so I don't know how any of that
Well, just
worked.
imagine like there was this section of the game where all of a sudden you're running through the field, and then like there was this big portal-y area, and you'd walk into that, and then you're in Burning Crusade land and all of its realms
Yeah,
and whatnot.
apparently they didn't link that or whatever, or didn't make fast travel links, and everyone just goes to the new areas anyway. So you only ever find people that like need those specific quests for that specific race in the 60 to 70 level range or something.
Kind of fascinating, actually.
Yeah, I mean I remember the most fun times I had with both Star Wars Galaxies and WoW were when I quit, and I had a few days left on the month.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't care if I blow all my money. I don't care if I die a billion times and all my gear's destroyed. I don't care. I'm just going to see every single world. And that's what I did. And WoW, I literally ran around the world. And I knew I'd be in zones where everyone who saw me would try to kill me the second they saw me. And I didn't care. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'll come back from the graveyard. And that was just so I could say I saw every single realm that was in this game.
Yeah.
And that sounds like the kind of thing to do, is just like go to these dead zones and fuck around.
Oh, one of the most amazing things I ever did in WoW was I took a very early level character that started in, I always played the Horde side. So I started in like Ogreland, or Ogremar, or whatever the fuck it was. The Orcs area.
Sure.
Started there, and I think, you could catch a blimp and go to the other side to one spot. But then, like, there was a north and a south point that you could fast travel to, and those were like the three major hubs that you could fast travel in this like triangle. So I got up to one somehow, and then like at the north of the continent, and I was like, I'm running to the one on the bottom, and everything in between was the highest level stuff in the game. And also like two of the Alliance cities were somewhere in there too.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I am running the length of this continent. And that was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Literally running that marathon took me like 2 hours.
I think people
and it was so hilarious.
I think people just forget about the exploration aspect of MMOs.
Yeah.
And there's constantly new content, new stuff being added. And it's not about grinding out quests. Like, I think too many people get focused on power leveling through a game and grinding out this area and this raid just so they can get the gear and the other stuff. And it's like, to me, the coolest things and all the things I remember, it was less teaming up with the friends that I had and doing that, and more just going on my own and finding weird areas of the game to mess around in. So
yeah.
How did we get on that topic?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Anyway, next one up.
Wow.
It's from Chris. And the title of this one is Reverse Polygon Website.
What?
He said, hey guys, this is Chris from Kennewick, Washington. I was in tears of laughter over your criticisms of Polygon, and also relieved that I was not the only person who felt that way about their website and content. I took your lead and started up www.reversepolygon.tumblr.com. My review of Dragon's Crown is now live on that site, and I would greatly appreciate you taking a moment to check it out. I feel that I captured the exact opposite of what they had to say. Anyway, from one podcaster to the group of you, keep up the awesome and entertaining work on both No Quarters and the Bamfcast, two shows that I always enjoy listening to. Thanks for taking the time to read this. Chris, host of playingforcheaps.com.
So is the review like, we love the fact that there are no women in the game, and if they are, they're highly sexualized?
Yeah. It sounds like
okay. I don't know the game. That's every Polygon article.
It's really sad that Child of Light, their review was like a 6.5, and I was just shocked because it had a female protagonist.
Yeah.
In it, I was like, wow, they didn't give it a 10?
Yeah.
That site has so many things that should be going for it, and they've decided to take a viewpoint and force it into every single article. It feels like. I know that's not the case, but God, it feels like it every single time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just hate their layout.
Yeah, their layout's pretty terrible. But
I never go there.
it's totally random.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's just big ass images, and you got to scroll 2 pages down to get to content.
Oh, cool.
It's just terrible.
Yeah,
it's just
it's not the best.
Yeah.
All right. Next up's from Drew, who's actually in the live chat right now.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, Drew.
Oh, we don't have to read his email then.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Sorry, Lambert showed up for a second there to laugh at Drew.
Oh, you mean Raiden? We'll make it relevant.
Yeah.
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 All right. So, title of his email is, I don't know.
You don't know the title?
No, that's the title.
What's the
don't know.
title?
Third base.
Wait, what is the title?
I don't know.
Wait, I don't know or what? I don't know what.
So,
God damn it.
I don't know.
Morons.
Anyway, first-time caller, long-time listener here.
Really?
Yes, I'm sure you all know me from Twitter and other places. That annoying guy who retweets the Xbox fanboy constantly.
That guy.
He is.
Fuck
That is the
that
first
guy.
person I've ever blocked without following or ever replying. Or
I figured
speaking
that was
to.
who you were talking to.
Yep.
Because that
Thanks,
last
Drew.
one where he responded to PlayStation by saying, "Thanks, I'll be buying this game on the Xbox." I was
Yeah.
like, "You're a fucking douche."
Oh, that
Wrong
guy's
with
the
you?
worst. I hate that Drew constantly retweets him.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, it's me, Drew / DML Fury. I've been racking my brain trying to think of something to ask you guys, but I'm drawing a blank right now. But I'm bored at work, so I'll think of something. How many of you have tried the upload feature for videos on the PS4? I've had constant problems with it not actually recording my last 15 minutes of gameplay, and me ending up not having the clip I wanted to post. I've heard others have had this issue as well. Luckily, the PS4 firmware updates today, so maybe that will fix some of it. Any of you guys bothered trying to upload any video or anything or stream
Negative.
at all?
I uploaded a Xbox One clip because I could put it on SkyDrive.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah,
Put it somewhere that wasn't shitty.
I made a SkyDrive video and posted it to YouTube of how easy it is to post a video to YouTube.
Sorry. It's OneDrive.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
OneDrive now.
OneDrive.
Yeah. We don't want to get sued by somebody.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But after that, like first week, I've used none of the video sharing on either console.
Yeah. I've done none
I've
of
just completely paid no attention to it.
it. Does it even keep, like, if you're speaking into the microphone, does it keep that, or is it just strictly gameplay?
I think it's a choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All that's
'Cause, I mean,
all
if-
that's supposed to get a lot better with this new update coming today.
Yeah.
Or that came today. I don't know. It
Yeah.
might be there.
Yeah.
I haven't turned on my PlayStation.
If I'm going to do that stuff, it's going to be like when I'm hanging out with you guys and we have a microphone hooked up and we can
Right.
just BS while we're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone wants to see me poke around in Dark Souls and do jack shit.
I don't
Hey,
know.
Or
you'd
Assassin's
be-
Creed 4.
You'd be
just like-
surprised. Wander over to that Ustream/Twitch area.
Yeah,
and see
90%
how
of people on Twitch are playing Dark Souls.
that, or well, I'm just saying, like they're morons. They're morons that can't help but sing.
Yeah,
That's what I've found.
I don't get the singing.
Wait, what?
I just don't get it.
No, they'll just be talking and be like, I do it all the time because like I know a bajillion and one songs, so something will remind me of a song, so
Sure.
I'll reference it. But I mean, I wouldn't do it during a live stream.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do it on the podcast, generally speaking. But I mean, they'll just be talking and be like, "Oh, wasn't that Remember that time? Remember the time?" And it's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" You know.
Yep.
And they're like, "Got the angel wings," and it's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Like, take your goddamn Ritalin before you press start.
Nervous energy.
Yeah.
People are performing who
Sing.
aren't
You gotta
pros
sing.
like us.
Yeah. Listen to our rock band live stream.
Oh yeah, we're totally pros.
That's, yeah.
Dude, I give people music trivia.
Yeah.
It was a pro move.
Yeah.
But no, the new one, like, you're gonna be able to actually like plug in a USB drive and take that
Yeah.
video somewhere useful,
Oh.
like your computer, and maybe
Ooh.
edit it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
thank
future
you.
is you spitting out your moments, curated,
Yeah.
not this live stream of consciousness. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that, people. Nobody should want to watch you play as you play,
Yeah, but
Unless
they're on
you're funny.
unless they're on the couch with
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
But
Anyway. All right. So Drew continues. Another thing.
Uh-huh.
October 7th is going to be an insane day for video games.
Yeah.
We have Dragon Age Inquisition,
Yeah.
Shadows of Mordor, Drive Club, Alien Isolation, and the new Skylanders all on the same day. What are your picks? Alien Isolation for me, 100%.
yeah, I already pre-ordered it.
Yeah. Dragon Age, I wish I had caught up with that series, but
Me?
yeah.
I will borrow y'all's copy of the Alien game because I've been burned on
I
Alien
know.
games.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yep.
That's Chuck. No, all right.
It's uncanny.
I'll say this about that game. I've already pre-ordered it. I'm like, fuck yes, this game, Alien. Let me. But then I think about like Outlast, Daylight, things like that. I'm like, Evil Within. I'm like, I hate those games.
Yeah.
I no desire to play those.
I'm going to need to be the one who buys Alien.
I
and then
already
you
pre-ordered it.
grow it.
I
Either way.
well, people they were equating it more to Amnesia, which I got.
Yeah.
I think the thing that bothers me about Outlast and Daylight and all those is they feel like Saw the video game. Like there's no logical reason to be there, and even when you are, it's like get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't poke further.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah. Anyway, he says, thanks for reading the email. And Chuck, I'm holding you to that guest spot on Phoenix Down. Your game pick. Just not Ride to Hell, for Christ's sake.
Oh, don't worry. Fuck that game.
I like it.
God, no.
All right.
He had suggested we all play Two Human at one point.
It's a horrible
did?
idea.
already
Yeah.
did never.
He had never played it, and I had never played it. So we were like, "Do you
Oh,
wanna?"
you two should play it. Yeah, totally play that. It's a great game.
Yeah, play it co-op. It's
Oh,
even better
yeah.
because you don't get cutscenes.
Yeah. Who needs story?
All right.
I don't.
Taking a break.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I'm Okay.
drinking a gallon of water.
Sure.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. I only got a couple more emails to go.
Okay.
Find that email with the MP3 on it. You might want to download that.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll close out with that.
Yeah.
Right. Give me this. Give me a useful device.
Drew, I'm also interested in Drive Club. I've been excited for that car porn.
Fuck shit cocks. God
Well,
damn it.
I was excited, but I
No, I don't have the fucking. I need to forward the no quarters to Gmail. That's just too damn useful. I don't know why I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Fuck shitcocks, everybody.
Yeah, fuck shitcocks. Do you have that email? Do you have the no quarters set up on your phone? God damn it! I'll be right back. Everybody.
I do not. Wait, what? What's happening? The show's not over. Why is everybody leaving? Man.
Oh, it's over.
Oh. Oh.
Fat burning product. Thanks. There it is.
You're singing.
For that, include the attachment. I want to be big on the internet. That's all there is. Who am I sending this to? Send it to me.
Will you send it to me too? Because I'll probably need the MP3 to edit.
Okay.
What are you looking at?
What am I sending? Which one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
What's going on over there?
I don't have the no quarters email set up on my phone.
Oh, no.
Or ability to get to it on the computer easily. So
We're getting there.
From here. I need to set it up as a Gmail.
We just got an email.
Who did?
Fat burning product. Knockoff 10,
Alright.
25, even
Maybe we
60
read that
pounds.
already.
I already deleted that.
Aw.
If you refresh it.
Fat burning product.
Burns
Did it
fat.
actually Send?
Is it pH? Fat?
Sending.
No.
It's a dope burning
Hey,
product.
send faster. Probably totally killing the live stream right now.
Probably.
Hey, how's the live stream doing?
So, Drew says,
Zero
don't.
drop frames. Look at that shit. No way.
I like it.
What'd you say?
I think
Hey,
people are
do
gonna
we
tell us
even know
why.
anything about Shadows of Mordor? That's-
Mordor.
Because that's what Drew is like. Don't
When-
shy away from Shadows of Mordor. It looks
Why
pretty
just
damn
not
awesome.
simply log into Mordor.
Yeah.
I remember, like, when they announced it, they announced something about it that made me sort of think it might be okay, but
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, fuck off. Just
Lord of the Rings, fuck off. You heard it here first.
Are you through with elves and medieval fairy
fuck
shit?
no, I'm
like
getting
Harlow?
Dragon Age, you know.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, that's a bad day to be launching both those.
And
games.
there was a Lord of the Rings game.
Dude, what was it? The PS2, Xbox ones? Those were fucking badass. Like, they made the Fellowship and the Two Towers ones.
Yeah, but there was one that was like, I don't remember which one it was,
Oh, no,
but
like Two Towers in Return. That's what it was.
but it was on last generation. I have it for the 360, and it's basically like a
War in
Dragon
the
Age.
North.
Yeah, War of the North, where it's
Yeah.
basically a Dragon Age Mass Effect clone, like straight down to how the dialogue choices are presented to you
Yeah.
on a wheel. And I was like, "This is I'll play this." A Lord of the Rings knockoff of that, absolutely, yes, I will do that. So, if it's like that, but next gen and not a free to play MMO,
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Did you change the password?
I don't know. I'm not having good luck here. Give me a second.
Because like it keeps popping up, being like, you can't log into this account.
Wait, log in? I was logged in. I just
Hang on, let me
not
refresh it and
not
see.
Let me send anything.
Oh, no, it did update. Weird. I'm going to delete fat burning product.
Cool.
I love that song.
Fat guys hate to see themselves in the mirror. Taking care of their fluffy bodies is a real ordeal.
Ooh,
Exposing
Just-
all those bulges and
Wait.
layers of ugly flesh in front of the sporty crowd on a popular beach is the worst nightmare imaginable.
This is well written spam.
Remember that thing can be different for you if you choose to take the right kind of products for burning excessive body fat.
Go on.
Take it regularly for a few weeks or month if you are really obese, and see new hot and slender you. Oh man, it cannot get in every single mirror reflection. Learn more here. Sincerely, Dr. Oz.
Thanks, Doctor.
Oh, it's not. Boo.
8131 Liquid Main Street, Suite 205, Bradenton, Florida 34203. If you no longer wish to receive communication from us, unsubscribe.
Wait, I want a fat burning product from a place called Liquid Main Street.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Lakewood.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Liquid Main Street. I'm like, fuck no. That's what's gonna happen if I take your fat burning product.
I love that they sent it to whereMySkull at noquarters.net. At least they know
Great.
what's up.
Good.
At least they know what's up.
And they know the correct email address.
How did that email address get out there?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's been on Twitter a few times.
Hey, here goes our thing.
Scrubbers
It's
found
going to
it.
be in the Dropbox.
Okay.
by the way.
All right, that'll work.
So, are we ready to continue?
Sure.
Affirmative.
All right.
Make download.
Say,
No.
are we ready?
Hang
Well, how do I download? Oh, no.
quarters.
No.
What?
No.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, guys. All right. I figured out internet.
Okay,
Internet-
great. We are
Interneting
go
is
for
done.
internet.
Done with all that.
Next email.
Let me sing.
All right.
Let me sing some more. That'll be how we do it. Big on the internet.
Singing about the email. All right. Next one up. I should probably clap. So you got to.
No, it's fine. It's
You
all
sure?
figured out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one up is from your friend of mine, Musum. Title says "Rude Employee."
Well,
It says, "Dear No Quarters Gentlefolk, I was pursuing the Twitter."
what?
I think he meant perusing, but he said, "I was pursuing the Twitters today when the individual running your public relations volunteered the information for succeeding in the Nintendo Entertainment System classic Battletoads. When prompted for the reveal to this most guarded secret, the rude individual replied that I should traverse the landscape of this classic by, quote, ejecting the cartridge and smashing it with a hammer. I hope this individual will be adequately reprimanded. Regards, Sir John of Musum. P.S. What 2 games are you looking forward to the most of rest of 2014? Watch Dogs.
What? I'm sorry.
Watch Dogs and Alien Isolation.
Watch Dogs and Dragon Age.
I definitely Watch Dogs. Probably Batman. Rocksteady returning to Batman.
Oh yeah, Batman.
Oh, Batman. Yeah.
Arkham
okay.
Knight.
I changed it from Watch Dogs to Batman.
I changed
But
it
what-
back from Batman to Watch Dogs.
Was there only one choice?
You said what 2
You
games
can
are you
pick
looking
two.
forward
Oh,
to for the most
okay.
of rest of the...
If I can only buy 2, yeah, those 2.
Yes.
I don't know. I think E3 is going to have some cool shit. So
I hope so.
But they won't be out this year, probably.
Yeah, some of them will.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Well, yeah, probably.
I love the eye roll I just got from Chuck on that. Hey, man, you don't like Call of Duty? What the shit?
The man who actually plays them, unlike Battlefield, never even opened them. You could say there's going to be another Battlefield, which will probably be true. And
Yep.
It won't work. It'll be broken.
All right. Next question. If Mackie eats a Maki roll, is it cannibalism? No.
No, it's not.
Depends on what's in the roll, though. E3 predictions, or are those next month?
It's next month.
I don't like doing E3 predictions anyway.
I predict it'll happen.
Games.
Yep.
I
There will
predict
be-
games will be announced.
There will be press
Stage
conferences,
shows.
except for Nintendo.
Yeah, because they're lame.
God.
I thought that was a pretty good prediction.
Okay, pretty good prediction.
Hey, can you put this out yesterday?
Yes.
All right. With Naughty Dog now in uncharted territory, with only the last of them left, are the jacked brains and dexterous hands of their non-team leads enough? Is there any hope for the same quality of product? There are a lot of puns packed into that sentence.
Who sent that?
That's Musum.
Oh, still?
Yeah, this is all
Okay.
Musum's PSs to
Oh, I
his,
see. All right.
his correspondence.
Yeah.
PlayStations? Okay.
Naughty Dog's fine.
I'm worried.
They're fine.
All their leads are leaving.
They're fine.
They don't want to make Uncharted 4, clearly.
They're fine.
Or somebody higher up is telling them change something. There's something is up. I don't know what it is, but you lose that many high-level people at the same time.
I think they're. I honestly I
Just
don't think-
burned out on it?
No, I don't think it. I hate to say it. It is not Uncharted 4. Someone is trying to make them make a Last of Us sequel, and I bet they don't want to do that. I think they were expecting Uncharted 4, but I think Last of Us was like their self-contained game, pour their hearts into it, and I think someone's like sequelize it because it's best of blah blah blah. Can't make one.
Yeah.
I think Uncharted 4 is just necessary. You know, like it's to be expected. So
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I think it's. I bet Uncharted 4 is so far along that they're not. They wouldn't be pissed about that. They knew that was coming probably 2 years ago. But I bet
That's why I just wonder if they were forced to change some kind of direction on it or something.
I doubt it.
really don't.
Like I said,
don't
I
know.
think it's those people would be involved in something like the next thing. You know, it's code monkeys probably have their hands all over 4 at this point. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried about them though.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I'm bummed. I don't like to see companies like kind of fall apart like that and have people just splinter off into different areas.
Yeah, but I mean, as other people have pointed out, they've gone through things like this before. I mean, the company's been around a lot longer than Uncharted and Last of Us. So
Yeah, that's true. And his last one is favorite current indie projects. He's lists Hyperlight Drifter, Hover Revolt, etc.
I don't know what any of those are.
I like etc.
No, I mean, like, what are we talking?
He's just talking indie projects, and
like, are we talking like in the works projects or just?
I guess
Because like I got to be honest, I don't have time. Like I don't have time to follow most of these.
Yeah, I can't follow the indie scene.
Like,
I mean, it's so busy now. It's like
I mean, it's
60% of games are indie games, so it's like someone just tell me what the next hip indie game
that's
is.
kind of my feeling. Like I used to be the guy who always went out and discovered all the new music and was like, okay, yeah, these guys suck. These guys are going to be awesome, and it's fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
Doing that. It's exhausting being ahead of the curve.
It's hard.
And I feel the same way with video games, where it's like, you know what? When everyone tells me something's awesome on Steam, all right, I'll check it out. Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have given a shit until people were like, no, trust me, this is fun as shit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, good. I will play that.
That's kind of where I'm at. I mean, every once in a while I hear, okay, there's an early access game that's already showing promise. Give it a try and follow along. Okay, yeah, fine. I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
If people are already saying this looks like it's going to be a good thing. You know, like Prison Architect. It's like,
Is that out of?
No.
It's like still.
No,
it's like Alpha 20 now.
Ooh.
Jeez. All right. Next one up is from Dave, a.k.a. RoboPig, who titles his Arcade, Motherfuckers. Hey, guys. I'm taking my kids to Fun Spot, world's largest arcade, on Friday. What arcade game or possibly pinball game should I play for each of you? Pinball selection is limited, but arcade-wise, they have the most everything as long as it's operable that day. Keeping with the arcade theme, what's the worst thing you did back in the day to scrounge up some quarters? Thanks as always for the awesome podcast, Dave, a.k.a. RoboPig. So games. If APB is there, please play APB for me because that game's awesome.
That is a pretty cool
And does
game.
not emulate well on anything ever.
No.
If I don't know if you're saying if pinball selection is really that, like, they're not gonna have anything weird. Like, they're not gonna have.
They'll probably have all
Grand
the new
Lizard.
Stern
Stern
tables or
tables,
something.
So play some AC/DC if that's the case.
Yep. Make sure you can hear it.
That's the best Stern table. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
I'm a big fan of Stern's X-Men. I know you guys aren't, but
No, I feel
think
like it's okay.
I think X-Men's pretty
No,
good.
X-Men's way better than like Avengers. Avengers is shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's just-
Avengers is a very precision table. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not fun
really
to just
No.
not fun to just plunk around on.
But if they happen to have anything classic, I mean,
Whitewater.
Yeah, Whitewater, Swords of Fury. No, unlikely, but
Yeah. Just skip any Gottlieb tables.
Yeah.
Bleh.
this is the man who loves is a
Black Hole.
Black Hole.
I do. I love my black hole.
A Gottlieb table, but skip it.
Hey, I still say Black Hole in reality is a more fun table than it is in
Sure.
Pinball
Yeah.
Arcade.
Better, not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I yes.
Its faults is the strengths of the virtual one are combined with the faults of the actual real one.
Yes.
And that in real life it has weak ass Gottlieb flippers.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
it's hard to see what's going on in the virtual version.
Right.
With perfect flippers.
Yep. And I will admit, when I was a kid, a couple times, like dropped off at the mall, hanging out in the arcade, I would tell the operator a couple times that my token got lost in the machine. And
Yep.
You son of a bitch rebel. Actually, the best one I ever did is we found a NBA Jam machine that if you need it in exactly the right spot, it would give you tokens. And we sat there for about 8 hours playing NBA Jam, just like suddenly going ding, 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 ding.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. Like it was just a part of the coin door. We could rock the thing just right by hitting it with the knee. Had a sore knee by the end of the day, but it fucking ruled at NBA Jam.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the best.
It is.
Yeah.
NBA Jam is.
Hey,
the
we
best.
gave other people credits too. Like someone come over to play.
Yeah.
Just be like, nah, man, have the game on us.
Hey, let me just
we didn't show them what
let
we
me just
did.
Fonzie this machine.
Yeah, we didn't show them what we did. We just
No.
be like, oh, we have lots of credits in there. Go ahead and play.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
We should have hustled them and been like, oh,
Yeah.
we have already had the credits in there. Just go hand them to us.
All right. Before we get to the last one, Chuck,
Yeah.
gonna drop a PSA on people.
Oh yeah, the Southern Fried Game Room Expo in Atlanta, GA.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the date on it?
June 20th through the 22nd. Some
Okay.
of us will be there
Cool.
playing pinballs.
I will be there
I'm jealous.
unless something happens to
Yes.
me between now and then.
Also me,
I will-
unless something happens to me. But
Be at a wedding on the other side of the country.
Yeah.
So.
but
Bummer.
yeah, there's gonna be pinball machines and arcade games and one
And
half of
some Southern fried things.
Billy
possibly.
Mitchell will be there.
Fuck yes, there will.
And-
so we'll put some hot sauce on our Southern fried things.
Yeah, they're gonna have a movie screening as well.
Uh-huh.
King of the Arcade.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be good.
This is like his redemption movie.
I know he's one of the two main stars on
Oh.
the list, so
nice.
I don't know.
It's like his King of Kong got it all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
That should be the
flip side.
that should be the
Yeah, that's
tagline.
perfect, yes.
I just fucking wrote it.
Write
Sorry,
that
guys.
down. Yeah, one of the Pac-Man Fever guys will be there
Oh,
singing.
wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be funny if he's just walking around singing. Just while you're playing, he's like, "Okay, dude, thank you."
Pac-Man Fever.
It'd be like watching a Twitch channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're in the southeastern United States, you should probably talk to us on Twitter or something, and maybe we can meet up with you. I know
It's Atlanta. Take a Delta flight. They will just automatically take you there.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just
Doesn't
buy a
matter
Delta
where you're
ticket,
trying to
they'll
go.
Don't have a
deposit you
choice.
in Atlanta. Yeah, so
Something will happen if you end up in Atlanta.
Getting
Yeah.
home, you're on your own.
right.
But
But we've got people in. I think Drew is in either Athens or Atlanta. So
okay. I know Jens is from up there.
yes, the
His
hills.
nationality is still wrong.
Doesn't sound like
You still have Jens's nationality wrong.
I've met the man several times and talked to him in person, and it's still fun to go, Jens is from up there.
Yeah. Yes, because he sounds just like the Swedish
Just
chef.
like,
Yeah, obviously.
he want to play the beanball.
Poor Jens.
Yeah, sorry, Jens.
All right, so I think we're going to close out the show here
Okay.
with a voicemail.
Ooh.
Well, actually, it's not a voicemail. He sent us an MP3 for optimal sound quality.
Ah.
But our friend Josh from Corpus Christi, our crooner friend Josh,
Oh no.
who sung us many a song on our sister podcast.
Oh,
the
especially
Bandcast.
during James Bond Marathon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had some good James Bond renditions. So
didn't I?
his email's titled, "I really did it this time, guys." It says, "I came out of accidental retirement to make you guys a super special song that I feel fits our prior correspondence perfectly. Hope you guys dig it. If not, I'll blame this completely empty bottle of wine, like I always do, because I make bad choices. Crash and burn, fellas. Josh."
All right.
The name of the MP3 is Metal Gear Solid 3. So
All right.
make
So-
of that what you will.
Apparently there was a song in there in that game.
I have no idea, because
Cool.
I think, as we discussed earlier, none of us have actually beaten Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
We just got to that ladder that goes infinitely.
No,
and
I think
stop
that's the one I
climbing.
never even touched.
Yeah.
Like I've at least touched the other ones. Like I played about half of 2 until I was like, "You're fucking riding," and then 3 I was like, "Nah." And then I played 4, and I was like, "Wow, cutscenes."
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Is
So,
that gonna play us out?
yeah, we're going to play this out. So, you know how to get in touch with us. Check out noquarters.net.
Yep. Buttons on the side with all our stuff.
Yep. Sounds good. Anyway, till next month, I'm Mackie,
I'm Chuck.
And I'm Harlow.
and this is No Quarters out.
Peace. This is going to sound terrible for you live streamers, so
Sorry.
stick around if you want. But if you want to really hear it, just listen to the real
Yeah.
episode. But I think we want to hear it.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, no quarters, it's your crooner Josh here, and I realize it's been a while since I did a little something special for you, and I figured you needed some love on this side of things. But I felt like nothing was more appropriate than what I have in store for you guys today. Hope you like it. What a thrill! With darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'm melting to you. Someday you go through the rain. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal for the trout to survive. For the day we see the light of life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way of life to you. I'm still in the game, no corner. I'm still in the game, no corner.
That is apparently the intro song to Metal Gear Solid 3.
Wow.
Like, it has a fucking James Bond intro and everything, according to Drew.
Well, I guess it's time to bust out that trilogy pack that
Yeah.
I never got to.
Yeah, they just sold me on Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
I also think we have a new closing theme every month.
Yeah.
He did mention it when he wrote us on Twitter. He said, this may be your new theme song.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I like the one Musa made for us. It's
Yeah, I was
pretty
gonna say we might get like flagged by Kojima or somebody.
Well, we'll see what happens.
good. Man.
Wow. That dude goes all out.
That's how you got to do it that way.
Yeah.
You can't, you can never half-ass it.
No. Never. Hot damn.
All right.
Yep.
I got to get home.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
And thanks
hope
for
that
watching.
didn't sound totally terrible over the looping live stream.
Everyone we mean.
The looping live stream.
Well, no, when the sound
From
comes
you.
in, it's got a
Yeah, I know.
I know.
it's got a weird delay that it does.
Yeah, I know. I gotta figure that out.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Oh, we need to record an intro too. So
Oh shit.
That'll be all right.
you gonna do it?
Yeah, I'll figure out something.
What? No, we
You gonna
gotta
do it?
do a thing.
All right, let's do an intro.
Wait, just take a second.
I did it last month.
But,
I'll do it.
All right, do it. I closed the tabs. I don't even know what it's like.
Yeah, shit, I did too. Hang on.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, it signed me out. Don't sign me out of Google Docs.
you played.
Google Drive. What the hell?
I played the fucking goat.
Here you go.
I got no fucking dukes.
Fat shit, Garaputo.
Ragu festival.
I can't believe we still joke about that. That thing's 20 fucking years old.
Yep.
Have good mosh pitting.
Yep.
I'll just be sitting here on the truck.
This month on No Quarters, we play a lot of catch up with a bunch of games that were just
Mustard.
Wow.
This is why BJ writes them out,
Yeah.
and then reads them. This month on No Quarters, we do a lot of catching up with a bunch of games that we just hadn't gotten around to, and we also play some Goat Simulator because the world needs more Goat Simulator. So check it out. What are you laughing at?
The world needs more.
There you go. Yes. That is the perfect thing to put in there.
You never come in here, Cat. You've been here all night. What's up with you?
Yeah, you go now. All right, closing the live stream. Bye,
night.
everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, Cat. Goodbye, Chuck. Goodbye, Maggie. I'll miss you most of all, shitty graphic.
Bye, Ghost of BJ.